This is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. The Milwaukee Brewers, for the first time since 1989, sweep the New York Yankees over the weekend. 2 walk-offs plus an all-time performance from The Miz Friday night on the mound. The Brewers with a walk-off home run on Mother's Day on the 20-year anniversary of Bill Hall walking off the New York Mets. Brice Turang completes the comeback for the Brewers on Sunday, walking off the Yankees in the bottom of the 9th. Entering today, the Brewers are now 6 games over 500, 22-16. They've surged up to second place in the NL Central standings, 3.5 back of the Chicago Cubs. Brewers are off today before continuing their homestand hosting the San Diego Padres for the first of a 3-game set tomorrow night. First pitch at 6:40 here on Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. Football, plenty of reactions still coming into Brandon McManus being released Friday. We'll talk about it on Wilde and Tausch next.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Monday edition. The happy belated Mother's Day to all you moms out there edition. The reaction still coming in to the Packers' decision at kicker. I'm wondering with any time over the weekend if our opinion has changed at all on moving on from Brandon McManus edition. This is not a Brewers-centric show, but when the Brewers sweep the Yankees, probably worth talking about. And Jesse has something special planned, allegedly. He's got a game. Maybe Tausch has a new game. Somebody's got a new game, and we can't wait to play it edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the amazing ESPN Wisconsin app, which you can find both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, and so is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is Mark Tauscher. Tauscher, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, yeah. A game stemmed from a little conversation I had with Max Tauscher last night, and I'm going to be very, very curious. I haven't seen the show sheet yet because I'm not at Annex Wealth Management, and their team hasn't printed it off for me yet, but I don't know what time we want to do that, but I am fascinated to test you two on something.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very timely, and I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of failure. when we do
Show
that.
sheet has it listed at 11:15,
That
so
seems
you have
reasonable.
time to prepare. And
I don't need to prepare.
And then
You
if it
guys
goes
are probably
poorly,
gonna
we
do-
only have 2 segments to go
It
till the
will
end
go
of the
poorly,
show. So
and I'm guessing you guys might get a little bit irritated with me, and that's what I like. So it should be good.
So wait, did if I may, did Max have you play it and it went poorly for you?
No. This won't go poorly for me. No. It went poorly for him. And I'm thinking it's going to go very poorly for you, too, as well.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
There you
Looking
go.
forward to it. How's your Mother's Day?
sounds fun.
Well, yeah, I think it will be fun. My Mother's
For
Day.
you.
Well, for Mother's Day was fun. It was great. Went and had a nice morning, and then we ended up, Sarah's big. She's been involved with the Children's Theater here in Madison for a long time, and we went to a show that I normally would have no interest in ever going to, but this was on her docket, and it's been on the new Skylight calendar for quite a while, and I think once both of Eleanor was excited because she had her play this weekend. She kicked Keister
I heard that. Play.
on Friday, Saturday, so it was kind of more of a theatrical weekend, not as much athletic, which is good, a little balance. But we went and watched Newsies, which I think is a Disney performance.
It
and
is musical,
the kids were awesome. It's a mostly kid-dominant led play. You got the newspaper, the delivery folks.
Yeah, back in the salad days of newspapers, yeah.
I don't know. It depends on who you're looking for. The salad days for the ownership. I don't know if it was the salad days for the delivery fellas, but it was good. So that was kind of our, that was the vast majority of our Sunday was kind of spent doing that, doing a little early dinner and all that good stuff.
So you would agree philosophically that Mother's Day is designed to do whatever mom wants to do. It's
Totally
her
agree.
day, right?
Yes, totally agree.
So I am married to a remarkable woman who wants to spend her Mother's Day getting the yard in order for the spring.
Okay.
So we were mulching, we were mowing, we were trimming trees, we were laying grass seed. How would you rate that as a Mother's Day spent?
Yeah, if that's what she wants to do, great.
Yep, exactly. So that's what we did. It was a lot of work, but it was what she wanted, so that's what we do.
So then, do you get full carte blanche to do whatever you want on Father's Day then?
No, I don't.
Why not?
I don't know, because I don't really care about Father's Day.
Well, that's the spirit.
Well, I just don't like.
I said that's the spirit. Great.
You know, I don't want to be. I don't really want to be celebrated. I want to get stuff done too. So I guess
that's the message we need to send out to more Americans is Father's Day. I don't want. Who gives a blank? Well, I don't.
It's
like
not
that.
about you wanting
I
to
don't like
celebrate
that at all,
yourself.
Jason.
It's about your
No,
family
you need
wanting
to be celebrating
celebrate
fatherhood
you.
and being involved and even being completely crazily over-involved. You should celebrate all of that.
Yeah, I got a different view on Father's Day. So we got a lot of work done yesterday.
Good stuff.
Which was nice.
Oh, that's good.
What was your favorite job you did in the yard?
The lawn looks pretty good, I got to say.
Do you go angles or straight lines?
I went straight lines. Looked like a golf course. Early in the season golf course where there's lots of patchy areas that don't quite grow in just yet. So you were doing multiple games yesterday because not only were you and Max inventing this game, but you were stealing the top 5 TV moms game.
Yeah, before we get into that, I wanted to give our old pod a little time. We are driving down. I wanted to watch the end of the Brewers game because if we're just being honest, Brewers-Yankees means more than Brewers-White Sox in August. Like the Yankees series, I've listened to a bunch of the Brewer games on air. Obviously, Jesse and I went down and we watched a portion of a game that they throttled and Woody got hurt and everything else. So last year was as invested as I was as a fan in Brewers in a long time, and it was a great, fun year until it wasn't. This series, my ears were perked. I was perked up. And this series went pretty much as great as you could have hoped for from a Brewer fan standpoint. So I want to give a shout out. We had to leave for the Newsies before the game ended, which is a long game. We saw Jocko the other night giving him grief about these short games. Yesterday won one of them. Hopefully him and his family went down to AmFam Field yesterday because that game took forever. We had to finish about four-ish, almost 3-hour game, over a 3-hour game. And I tune in 100.5, number one on my dial as we're driving down to the spot where this play was at. And what do I hear? But, Jesse, are you ready? The great Jeff Levering. Let's hear it.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers. Straight away center field. Number 6 for Brice Turang, and it's a walk-off for the crew of the ninth. 4-3 your final score. And the Brewers sweep the Yankees.
So we're watching, and it's tied, and then I didn't even think about it, and I get in the car, I get my Chevy Tahoe from Zimbrick Chevy at Main Street, bam! And it doesn't even, I literally click it on, and boom! Levo, hey, the Brewers win again. Sweep City, USA. I think yesterday was kind of a throwaway. I thought, I never like it when announcers and everybody else is saying, oh, we already won the series. Like, no. Go for throats. Go for the throat, and the Brewers did yesterday.
Like the Athletics did in that June series a few years ago.
And the Brewers didn't get it done that year either. So,
so you just happen to have impeccable timing getting into your vehicle.
It was unbelievable timing, and that's why I thought I'd bring it. Because, Levo, he's a great friend of the show, and he does a fantastic job along with the rest of the the radio squad that's on WTMJ, obviously, and then here in Madison, 100.5. It just was... So, and the boys on WTMJ this morning were asking, how great that was and how fun this was, and it's great to have these moments, but how much of that matters in the grand scheme of things? And so we ended up getting into the debate that you and I have had over many years on this show about, do you want to win a championship and then stink? And the answer is no, you don't.
Thank you.
We all want championships, but moments like that, they are fleeting, though. We'll forget about this. This was awesome this weekend. If we go I don't even know where we're at next. I'm assuming we're on the road.
Hosting San Diego Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
We get swept by San Diego all of a sudden. But just for that, to beat the Yankees and to kind of shut that whole narrative of can't beat these high payroll teams. At least for this weekend we could, and that part of it just added another layer of fun for my Mother's Day weekend.
Jesse, were you watching or listening to that? Because Tausch obviously lucked out with his timing.
I was watching. We were together with the family for Mother's Day, Becca's side on actual Sunday, and so I was following along and then caught the ultimate walk-off home run, which was just poetry on the 20th
Shades
anniversary.
Of Bill Hall.
20th anniversary to the day of Bill Hall's Mother's Day walk-off against the New York Mets, also wearing number 2. Brice Turang repeats it against the New York Yankees. That was amazing. The whole series was awesome. Miz with 11 strikeouts on Friday night, hitting every pitch in the first inning over 102 miles an hour. Nationally, that was being discussed on ESPN radio over the weekend, which is always great to hear the Brewers getting some national attention, especially the Miz being as good as he is. The comeback and the first walk-off of the season on Saturday night, which I was able to catch after we got dinner with my parents.
Where does the Miz fit in the big picture nationally of stars?
He's rising.
Shohei's top. Judge is right there. Dumper? Like, who are the big... Is he a top 5 star in the entire league?
This weekend went a long way for it because last year, there was all the controversy about him becoming an all-star.
Yeah, he
and
shouldn't have been an all-star.
He beat Skeens. He beat Kershaw in that
Skeens
first...
ahead of him.
Yeah, Skeens is ahead of him.
But is Skeens ahead of him without Livy Dunn? I don't think so.
When you do it against the top dogs in baseball... That's when you get to emerge as a superstar. And doing it against the Yankees on Friday and then having the conversation all weekend, like, man, did you see this guy? And then you see all these tweets from, Buster Olney and Jeff Passan and all the national writers.
Joe Passan.
Look at what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
That goes a long way in building your sense of superstardom.
I would say he's top 10 for sure right now. Top 5's probably still a little bit early. But there's bigger baseball minds, obviously. I don't fancy myself a baseball expert like I do NBA. So, R.I.P. to Bobby Cox, too, by the way.
Indeed.
What a legend. I always love when you hear these stories afterwards, and the Bobby Cox stories along with Maddox and every one of those those Bravos. For some of us, we lived with that Bravos team because that was one of the only games you could watch.
TBS.
Yes. 7:05 start.
Well, we'll discuss The Miz and if he's a top 10 player in the majors after we discuss the fact that Gina Della is number one when it comes to windows with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
And if you've been putting off replacing your windows and or doors, now is the time because Pella of Wisconsin's offering zero interest financing all the way till 2030. They're all the way. They have a ton of different options as well. In Wisconsin, your home takes a beating year-round. The right windows and doors can improve comfort, boost energy efficiency, and upgrade your home's look. Pella's experts will help you find the perfect fit within your budget, and with zero interest options, you get to pick what fits for you. You can upgrade now and pay over time without paying a dime in interest. Don't wait. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. But you may have had your financial plans set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Brewers fans, this is your flawless moment. Carmeless is sending you to a VIP day at the ballpark with the Milwaukee Brewers on August 29th. We're talking 4 suite tickets, free food and beverage, and exclusive pregame batting practice access. You'll even get to experience Bernie slide throughout a ceremonial first pitch and score a $250 gift card to the Brewers team store. Go to CarmelessBallparkSweepstakes.com to enter for your chance to win a flawless day at the ballpark. No purchase necessary. Ends June 1st, 2026. Must be 21 or older.
Friday nights taste better at the Bridges. The Bridges Bar and Restaurant is back with a classic Friday fish fry, plus non-fish specials and prime rib. Great food, great drinks, and a perfect way to kick off the weekend. Fridays at the table and on the course at the Bridges Golf Course in Madison.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
I'm sure you feel the weather. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Stop by our amazing Madison showroom and visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Tournament tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Houser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Brice Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
This is our crew.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers.
Madison's home of the Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
So we'll get to our Mother's Day TV moms lists, and then we'll get to Packers. But, Jesse, I'm going to rely on your historical knowledge as the son of a Miller Park usher. I have this bat, which was given away on Mother's Day 2007. It's pink, Louisville Slugger. And this was to celebrate, because you said 20th anniversary. What happened at the 2006 Mother's Day game with Bill Hall? Because you referenced it in your text after this happened yesterday with Turang. He had a walk-off game winner on Mother's Day?
Yeah, it's one of the great moments in my Brewers young fandom.
Did
when I
they
was
give
a kid
away
growing
baseball bats throughout all of at that point Miller Park?
I don't remember there being a bat giveaway.
And I remember Bill Hall hitting the home run. I thought, man, it's sweet that these guys are all, and I think the story with Bill Hall, and it was like a really feel-good deal.
So in 2006, and they talked about this on the broadcast yesterday as well. In 2006, not every player wore like all the pink attire like you saw yesterday.
That the ump had the pink mask.
Yeah, everybody they go all out for it now, and they have for several years.
Calls. I mean, it was like Challenge City USA yesterday.
But back in 2006, I think that was actually the first year where they allowed one player on each team to use a pink bat. And then there was fundraising for breast cancer awareness and whatnot going on. And so Bill Hall was the player. A lot of players don't like disrupting their routine. They don't like switching bats and colors, and they don't know if that's going to change how the pitcher whatever. Bill Hall's like, yeah, I'll do it.
Just wait. You think that the players thought that because they had a pink bat, the pitcher would approach them differently?
Brian Anderson and Bill Schroeder talked about it on the broadcast yesterday.
I'm rocking a pink bat, and I think I can blow a fastball by him. Like, what are they?
Players were skeptical to use and switch from what they're. Baseball's crazy.
Listen,
players like their routine.
I get the routine part of this. Trust me, we all are crazy. But I am not thinking, if I'm wearing pink gloves blocking Julius Peppers, I don't think he's probably thinking, I'm going to bull rush the blank out of this blank. I think he's probably looking at film and saying, I'll bull rush this guy. I don't care if he's wearing black gloves, white gloves, pink gloves. You're telling me Turang gets up yesterday and they're like, oh, he's using a pink bat. Oh, that means I can get him with a slider?
No,
what?
Not anymore. I'm saying when they first went to doing this in 2006.
It's a novelty.
No, I understand.
Like, I don't know.
Telling you right now, like, the guys will think, oh, is this bat the same? It's the same circumference and the length and the ounces and all that. Yes. But I don't think Bert Blyleven is pitching against Bill Hall thinking, all right, I'm going to be able to get him with a cutter because he's not using his normal ash bat. Like, I think
is that who
absurd.
was pitching?
Blyleven was not on the mound for the Mets that day.
I'd be home by 11, Bert.
Yeah. So Bill Hall using the pink bat, being the only player on the team using the pink bat for breast cancer awareness, for fundraising for every hit he would get, whatever, hits the walk-off home run.
Right center, I think, right?
Went over to right field in the bleachers. Yep, happy Mother's Day. Darren Sutton and Bill Schroeder had the call on Brewers TV, and it was awesome. Celebrated for a long time. The Brewers have been the best team.
Since you're going to correct everything I said, it wasn't Brewers TV back in 2006.
Fox Sports Net, Wisconsin.
Since we're going to correct each other, that's great. Darren Sutton was the TV guy?
He was.
Is that Don Sutton's brother?
son.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
So that was one of the great moments up until the CC Sabathia run, who was also honored this weekend in 2008. That was one of the great moments of my Brewers fandom, was the Bill Hall Mother's Day walk-off home run.
Yeah, I think for Jason and I, it's the Dale Swaim home run back
on
to
Easter.
Keep the 13.
It was very similar to that in how it was celebrated and where it stands in Brewers history. Does it mean anything like significant in the scope of franchise history? Not necessarily.
God, I hope you wrote a note for this. Like, I would love if there's a note. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be.
Got a letter here.
That's a good parallel, though, because it's early in the season. It's not a postseason walk-off home run, but it's got a specialness to it.
So there's kind of going back to the moments compared to winning championships. I got Robin Yount hitting the base hit. I got Juan Nieves throwing the no-hitter with the great catch
by Yount in
Molly
center field.
not getting a bat to go for 40. Like there are moments that are just, and I think this weekend is one of those. And
Jesse's guy Niger Morgan.
Yeah, you could look at Friday or Sunday. Probably not Saturday, but Friday and or Sunday I think fits.
Yeah, the Miz, his dominant performance. I mean, last year the 12 wins in a row, and everyone who was there on that afternoon,
wolfing down them burgers
when the Brewers beat the Pirates and clinched the burgers for everybody.
But that was more of a whole two weeks. That wasn't.
It was really like a 5-week stretch if we really look at it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like right after you had a conversation.
Niger Morgan is different because that was a playoff clincher. I think Tausch is talking about
playoffs are their own entity to me.
Regular season, just magical moment. Regular season. Bill Hall's walk-off, Brice Turang's yesterday, both certainly qualify.
Another one that I put in there is Prince Fielder's in the park home run. That one to me is another. It's not like it's not as if it's like the JFK or the 9/11. It's not something that you'll never forget, but it is something that is memorable.
Can you tell me more about that? I don't remember that.
I think he hit it and they couldn't find the ball. Like they couldn't find where the ball was, and he ended up scoring late. Like it was a lot tighter than it should have been.
I just the one that I remember, and I don't remember the game or the situation, but the one where he gets to home plate and that explosion, the first time where they all go falling down. Now that image I remember.
Humpty Dumpty.
That was against the Giants. I forget what year that was. Yeah.
So they gave away bats. I didn't think they gave away bats anymore. So they gave away bats the next year.
I think they did that, and then I remember thinking this is probably not a great idea.
I don't remember there ever being a bat give. I remember a lot of bobbleheads.
Where did this come from then? Where did I? I think I got it at a thrift store, but still, when did they do this? It says Mother's Day 2007, genuine Louisville Slugger.
Was it the actual bat? Was it like a game-used bat?
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I don't think it is Bill Hall's actual bat. No, I think this was some sort of a charitable giveaway or something like that. Well, where did you and Vinny and the boys end up landing?
Well, it's only a 7 or 8 minute segment, so we didn't we couldn't finish the.
Meanwhile, Jamie in Orlando, it means nothing. They swept the Dodgers last year in the regular season, then got destroyed in the playoffs. Thank you, Jamie, for being such a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, Father's Day sucks. That's what Jamie just did right there. He just will-deed this series.
All right, look, I have a much deeper issue with. I don't want to do that as much as this is. Look, the bottom line is that this was a great moment in a season that people should enjoy. And I have always struggled with this crowd that is going to go, if you give me a Super Bowl title every 10 years, I don't mind if we suck for the other 9. I just don't understand that mentality. I never have, and I never will. These types of moments and the journey is fun. And winning games is fun. And yes, you'd like to win the World Series, but come on, man. Like, do you think about how the last 5 games of the Packers season felt last year, and now do that for 17 games for 9 years each year.
But in fairness to Jamie, that is how most media and most fans look at this.
Well, not me.
You are very critical of not winning that second championship and how that. So, for as much as you do chronicle journeys, you also chronicle the missteps and the failures and what that means to overall legacies. That's true.
There's no doubt that the 2014 team losing in Seattle.
That's my point.
Was terrible for those
all those
legacies
great moments leading up to it. You don't remember any of those. You remember the Seattle game.
I remember the other ones. That's not fair. But I would say that when you do that, when you have to look at guys and how they're viewed largely by the fan base, right? And the way people feel right now about the Super Bowl drought that the Packers are experiencing, which is roughly half of the Super Bowl drought that, say, the Dallas Cowboys have experienced, that, yes, that is part of the picture. But this idea that you're willing to suffer through 9 years of bad football to be guaranteed a title every 10 years, or if you were to do that in baseball, I mean, think about how bad the Bucks were for years. Like, yeah, I would love to watch a team that wins 15 games if you can give me a title every 10 years. I can't. And you're not, by the way, if we're going to do that, you shouldn't be allowed to tune out. You got to watch every game, just like you would if they were winning all the time. Like, if the Packers go 5-12 this year, is that you're going to be comforted by the fact that you won a title in 2010? I don't get it.
No, but if you won a title in 2023, yeah.
Really, you think so?
Yep.
Because Ted Thompson built a Super Bowl team that you were on, and 2 years later, people were complaining about him again.
People want to complain. But this whole concept, and it's the ring culture. It's both more so in basketball. Baseball is probably the least of the, when you're starting to talk about it. The idea that the narrative being shaped by folks, I'm not going to say you, but well, I'm just trying to be nice because it's 9:30. That when you look at it and say the Favre storyline. You remember Favre storyline or 4th and 26? It's 4th and 26. Do you remember 07, the great comeback against Seattle, or the fact that we lost on a freezing day to Tom Coughlin and Favre throws the pick? Like, let's not try and act like we're above and holier than thou, because it's not. It is more about the postseason, and winning championships is what this is. That's what sports have become. And if you don't do that, you are viewed in a certain way. If you don't believe me, ask Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills or the Minnesota Vikings in the 70s. Like, that's just how it is. There's all these great moments. How many times do you talk about the Bills coming back with a huge win against the Oilers, or do you say Scott Norwood and 4 straight Super Bowl losses? Like, I don't want to try and misrepresent the fact, we love this Yankees story. There's more people like Jamie than people that are saying, all I'm saying is enjoy this weekend. In 2 weeks, nobody's going to – you might remember it as, that was a cute story. That was great that we were able to beat the Yankees. But it's going to come down to what happens in the postseason. That's just the reality, and that's why postseason is so great.
Is it any different for baseball because the playing field isn't level?
I mean, it's fairly obvious to me that the way we view the Brewers compared to the Packers is night and day.
Right, exactly. I couldn't agree with that more. So then a moment like yesterday, does that last longer? Does it have more of a shelf life as compared to the Packers, where they had some games last year that were pretty memorable? But if you ask people what the most memorable games are, it's the 2 Bears games that they lost and they choked up, and probably the Cleveland game in which they lost to a completely inferior opponent after winning back-to-back games against playoff teams from the previous year to open the year in a 5-day span.
Yeah, that was literally the point I was making, is that it's great that we all want to celebrate the great victories, and I think we'd be a much happier fan base if we did. But the reality is, especially if you're talking from the Packers standpoint, there's been a ton of heartbreak, and I think there's more talk of the 2014 collapse, the 4th and maybe not so much all those, but when you're so close and you have the team, than actually celebrating the 2010 team. Like, I don't think it's even close on this show for 10 years. What have we talked about more? The Super Bowl team or the 2014 NFC debacle? It's the debacle, and it's probably a 5X. Who's shaping that's kind of my point. and I know you're excluded from this, but narrative shaping is important. And that is how it is, and that's because the fans look at it from that perspective because it is playoff. It's playoffs. Legacies are formed through the playoffs. The regular season, Rodgers always used to say
Aaron
that.
Rodgers told us
There you
that.
go.
Exactly. And I think the reason why the 14 game matters so much is because of how differently Ted and Big Mike and Aaron Rodgers would be viewed if that is a championship season and you win twice in 5 years, even if they haven't won one since then. But you win that game, you go win the Super Bowl, which, again, there's no guarantee, right? The Seahawks end up losing that Super Bowl, if I recall correctly, on the interception at the goal line by Russell Wilson. But I just, the only reason that one is so prominent to me is because it changes the way Mike McCarthy's probably a Pro Football Hall of Famer whenever he's done now, if they have that second Super Bowl. And we're not looking at him the same way we look at Harbaugh, or worse yet, the way Harbaugh is viewed as a better coach, or the way Peyton is viewed as a better coach, because he's got two, and those guys both have one.
Yeah, that's literally the kind of the point that I think Jamie was.
No, I'm agreeing with you on your point, but again, Jamie's point about how who cares, it doesn't matter anymore because we swept the Dodgers last year. No one is saying that what they did this weekend means they're going to go beat the Yankees in the World Series. All I'm saying is what an enjoyable weekend of baseball, especially since Yankees fans doesn't necessarily hurt to also be able to say, "Oh, I feel so bad for the Yankees. They lost 3 straight." Because they're a charming fan base in and of themselves.
Do you subscribe to the comparison where like every 10 baseball games is one NFL game if you do the math on the what used to be a 16-game season over 162, and then therefore it's almost like every series is a quarter of football. Do you subscribe to that comparison? It's not perfect math, but I've heard that before, and I don't dislike it.
I don't. No, I don't.
Because I was wondering, like, what's the Packers comparison to the Brewers sweeping the Yankees with 2 walk-offs and a historic Miz performance in a 3-game set in May?
Yeah, even though the math doesn't compute, I would say one really good, memorable game would be a sweep like this. A really nice regular season win. That's how I would view it.
So, like beating the Bears at Lambeau last year.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. That's better than I thought we'd give it, so that's good.
And getting swept by the A's a couple of years ago was like losing to the Browns.
Yeah, good comparison. Yeah.
There is no comparison, though, when it comes to being a UW Credit Union member.
Indeed, and I am a UW Credit Union member, and for every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for you, proudly serving Wisconsin. For over 90 years, they're going to help you reach your financial goals. UW Credit Union's mobile app, I talk about it a lot. It offers a simple way to check accounts, make transfers, and more. Now that is a smart play from the pocket. Join today at uwcu.org, insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions do apply.
I gotta go put my bat away. More Wilde and Tausch ahead. Stick around.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now you know I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved it then, and I love enjoying Pizza Hut, making new memories with my family now. It's also safe to say things were a lot less expensive when I was a kid, and everything seems to be extra expensive right now, except this. At Pizza Hut, you can get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10. You can try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust, crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, and finished with a garlic parm seasoning. Available for delivery or carryout. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. A great meal to feed the whole family for just $10. Yep, that still exists. Feed good times with a large 3-topping pizza for just $10 right now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
We ask and you answer. Tune in to Jim, Matt, and Molly every weekday 4 to 6 and follow at Jim, Matt, Molly on X to vote in daily poll questions presented by Siding Unlimited, your local window installation pros.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Get the look you want for the home you love with 0% financing options available. So you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2026.
While others have a wait list, we've got watches.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we've got pre-owned luxury watches. Rolex, Omega, Tudor, AP, Panerai, and more. All in stock now.
And no wait list.
Walk in today and leave with the watch you have been dreaming of. Because your wrist deserves it.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Here. How about a homer with the pink bat? Let's get out of here. 5-5 game. High fly ball, deep right field. Happy Mother's Day. Gone.
That is Darren Sutton on the call, son of Don Sutton, on the home run by Bill Hall, Mother's Day 2006. Still working on figuring out where this bat came from. I'm very intrigued by the history of this bat. From Mother's Day 2007. I'm intrigued by some of the responses in our YouTube comments about this idea, and I know we've had this conversation. It's almost as good as, was it 2016, the first year of the program, where we talked about the Packers run the table with Rodgers' comment and then losing the NFC Championship game in Atlanta with Gooch playing guard and Ladarius Gunter trying to cover Julio Jones. And Tony was like, he was fine. He felt like the season was a failure. That was his argument. Not to be confused with him rooting for the Vikings to win a Super Bowl.
That was the
which
following year, I believe.
Also an odd deal. But, like, we've had this debate about, taking a championship and then sucking for 9 years. And I got a comment from Mark in the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube comments. You're not a fan. There you go. Again, if you can convince me, if you are a fan, which most of you are, because there's not a bunch of me's listening to the show, that you really and truly believe that you could survive 9 years of your team being hot garbage because you are comforted by that championship in whatever sport it was that you won, say, 7 years ago, and you still have 2 more years of sucking to go, go ahead. I would love to hear you convince me via the Carbless Talk and text line, 844-770-3776. But I look at Packers fans who are frustrated and sick of just making the playoffs every year or just their postseason failures, but at least the regular season, there's some enjoyment to it.
The reason here's the deal. The reason the 2016 wasn't as painful is because they had the great finish to the regular season, and everybody knew they ran out of gas and they weren't quite good enough.
Tony still called it a failure, though.
I just keep coming back to the 82 Brewers being celebrated the way they are. And when you start thinking about that, all of these other years, yeah, there's been some really great moments, but nobody has gotten over, and championships are what count. That is what people talk about. That's how they're viewed. And fans, how many times have you heard, the old Cubs fans, I just want to be able to see him win a world champ. I'm 102 years old. I just want to see him win a championship. I do think
and now you wish they didn't.
There is something about going through and knowing that you got it done and being able to celebrate that and with pride about how it goes. That is really important to fans. So we can all love moments. I know I do. But there is something to be said about getting over the hump and winning it. That is, I don't know what the number is. I don't know how to frame it, but I'll say there is that finishing that off compared to all the heartbreak. I think fans would be all right if they didn't feel all that heartbreak and they had their championship every decade. If you end up with just one every 10 years, that's a hell of a run. When you start looking historically, that means you got 6 to 10 championships. And I think the part with Rodgers was he was so great individually, you just thought he deserved and should have earned 1 or 2 more. And I think we'd have felt great. If he ended up with 2, you feel a whole lot differently than 1, but you still can't take away that 1. And so from a fan standpoint, we want to get over the hump and be able to kind of puff our chests out and say, yeah, we got that done. Even though we ended up not being great. The New York Giants, I'm telling you, I think they are fine. They were. Now, going through tough sledding.
Great example.
That's why it's such an interesting debate to be had.
Great example. Really good pull by you. All right, so I've got 2 sides of this debate here. First, on the Carbless Talk and text line from TK in Grafton. I think it's very simple. The fans who say, give me 1 championship followed by 9 years of losing are lying. I agree, TK. Because they really won't be able to handle the 9 years of losing. That's exactly my point. Thank you, TK, for doing a better job of articulating it. Now, on the flip side, here's Mike in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments. The Bucks could lose every game the rest of my life because I got to experience the glorious championship run in 2021. I hope to live long enough to see the Brewers win the World Series. So, again, the narrative, and I want to be clear, you don't get to tune out during the 9 years. Like, you can't just keep showing up for that 10th year if this is how you really want it. Because think about the narrative with the Bucks. It's been 5 years since that championship.
I think there might be a chance you're going to see people tune out.
I think we already are.
That's kind of the point.
That's what I'm saying. That it's easy. Yeah, I'll check back.
But that's life.
In 2031 when they win again.
People are allowed to tune out.
Yeah, they don't have to tune in.
I'm going to say something.
Oh, boy.
Tausch, you don't have to listen to this portion of the show if you don't want to. There are a lot of Badgers fans who have started doing yard work on Saturdays rather than watching games in October and November over the last couple of years because of how that's been going.
Oh, because I want to listen on the radio. That makes actually really good sense.
I said you didn't have to listen.
No, with yard work. It's always great to have something. You don't want to just do yard work.
You want to know how
Makes
it's
it
all
easy,
going.
I'll tell you that.
But I mean, I've heard that from fans who I know to be lifelong Badger football fans. So there is no obligation, I guess, for a fan to stay with it. If the team is bad, you don't have to watch the Brewers every night. You don't have to watch the Bucks every night.
Not if you're making this deal with the devil to get a championship every 10 years.
I do wonder
you have to
with
suffer through every
the
game.
Marlins packed in their stadium when they were good those two championship years.
I do wonder, let's say, and I don't foresee this happening, but let's say the Green Bay Packers go on a run like the 70s and 80s Packers did. Is that stadium still full? Because the tickets aren't going to go down. And I wonder if that is indeed because back then loyalty was more kind of interwoven into society.
You're right.
Now
agree.
it's not. Now the Packers might be one of the only exceptions to this rule, but I even think they'll get tested because I can recall the year when the Rodgers busts his collarbone and they're eliminated in Carolina, and the Minnesota Vikings completely overtook Lambeau Field. Like it was over 50% purple and white because they were winning the division. I think they wanted to come and stomp, and I think Packer fans were like, I'm going to let these rubes take a bunch of, give us a bunch of money. I'm going to leave it.
Right.
I don't know if we have a 3 or 4 year run like we did in the late 70s, mid 80s.
Like sub 500.
I don't know what happens. There's a lot of folks that still want to come to Lambeau, but are they going to want to come with that expense attached to it?
Mm-hmm.
It isn't as lock stock as we thought back in the old days. I don't know what the answer would be to that.
Does Lambeau Field also have the allure, unlike, say, going to a warm weather place like Packers fans love to do to take over stadiums? Does Lambeau have enough allure that the demand for your secondary market sales of your tickets would work for, let's say,
I do think it would for a lot of
Steelers fans for sure, that kind of team.
But my question is, we're already having to change ticket policies, and Popke joined us a while ago when the team has been really good.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if the team isn't? Like if they're going through what the Bucks, I think if and when they decide to trade Giannis, Fiserv is not going to be sold out. Like Fiserv was rocking when it first opened. I went to a couple games this last year. It wasn't rocking.
Oh, you brought that
It was the
up,
opposite
yes.
of rocking. Does that ever happen to Lambeau Field? I don't know. I'm going to always bet that it won't. But am I going to be shocked if it does? I won't.
I think this is a really interesting discussion, and I appreciate some of the responses we've gotten already. Jesse, do you have some more on the text line, and you'd like to push back trivia?
If they're 5-12 2 straight years, and they have to bring in an old veteran quarterback just to try to get to 7 or 8 wins, are we filling up the joint?
Great question. Let's put it to the Carbless Talking text line, 844-770-3776, because I would be curious, especially from season ticket holders.
Oh,
yeah,
you lighting some heaters up when you were blowing the yard up this weekend?
It is allergy season.
Oh, it's allergy season.
It's bad.
Yeah,
it's
you
really
look
bad.
You're a little stuffy and
I
cranky
hate this
today.
time of year.
Yeah, you're a little cranky
Everyone
today.
loves Mother's Day to Memorial Day, and I can't stand it because it's just everyone's like, "Oh, it's so nice out. Let's
Who's
go
everyone?
out."
Everyone who doesn't have allergies.
Okay.
Becca, her friends, my friends, everyone wants to, let's go golf. Let's go hang out. Let's eat dinner outside. Pass.
Father's Day sucks.
Dude, would you stop?
What? That's Jesse. It's rubbing off on Jesse. It rubs off on Jesse.
Springtime
now, Jesse,
is the worst.
I don't want to even go outside. It's the pollen. I get it. I don't. Yeah.
How would you, especially if you're a season ticket holder, handle, let's say, 5 sub 500 losing seasons for the Packers?
Let's just say no playoffs for 5 years.
Okay. So
and we don't have. There's no stars. It's the 70s and 80s here now.
844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. What are you doing? Because I'd be curious also what the secondary market would bring. Like, do you have enough people that don't go to Packers games that you'd have to be selling them?
Jill, you got all those tickets. What do you guys do? What's your family going to do if we're now sitting here and it's
selling them at face value?
It's December and we're 5-10 and it's the third straight year of this. You're still paying full freight. Are you going?
Someone's going to go.
There's no pollen, though. There's no pollen up there in
Thank you
December.
for making me sound like Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Someone would go, but it would probably be treated more like a preseason game where it's like, oh, do you want to take your little cousin to go?
Oh,
do you
so
want
Channel
to take
3000's coverage is going to be top notch on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to take, you have a friend who wants to go see Lambeau for the first time? Like, it won't be, let's get there, let's tailgate, let's treat this like it's a 325 playoff run type of game. It would be a different vibe, and it would be approached differently by those who have season tickets, I would imagine.
I just want to be a real boy. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here, and as we count down to the official start of summer in Wisconsin, you know what beverage you'll find in my hand when enjoying some time outdoors: the cool, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Coors Light. At a baseball game in Milwaukee, grilling in the backyard, out on the golf course, every experience goes from good to great with a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with the 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com.
With your Badger Minute, I'm Riley Yount. New Badgers offensive line coach Eric Mateos preaches a passion for physicality amongst his unit. Safe to say former Badgers offensive lineman Rob Havenstein is a fan of the mantra.
It's a great quote. Physicality is in the nature of offensive line. Having a coach that's, putting that in the forefront, I think is just going to go great for, all those guys out there. And then you can honestly start having a lot of fun as an offensive line, getting guys on the ground, come back and give your right guard a fist bump. You just killed that guy. That's the fun of offensive line.
Wisconsin weather is unpredictable. Your windows shouldn't be. Upgrade with Pella and get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com.
Every minute of every day, another person loses their life to cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer has set a bold goal to make early stage detection an essential part of standard of care for all cancers. So join the mission and help save lives today at standuptocancer.org.
I'm sure you feel the weather. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited, experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Stop by our amazing Madison showroom and visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
With baseball games streaming live on YouTube and Prep Mania Weekly with insights from the Dean Dennis Semrau, find the biggest games and the most compelling stories of the spring high school sports season on ESPN Madison. Plus, follow our social media platforms to find teams and athletes in your community featured each week.
Zimbrick Honda's Prep Mania on 100.5 ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
All hail King Vaughn.
3-2 to Vaughn. And a fly ball to left. Back at the track. Bye-bye baseball. Welcome back, Andrew Vaughn.
You're listening to Madison's home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball. 100.5 ESPN.
Let's get to some of your calls. 844-770-3776. Let's start with Patrick in Madison. Patrick, good morning. Thanks for calling in. What do you got?
Two things. First, I've always understood the one championship in 9 years versus sustained success as you got to pick one of the two, right? And everybody not everybody, I actually wouldn't subscribe to this personally, but most people who watch sports are able to tune out for 9 years. So if they're choosing those two worlds, that's the world they'll choose. And Jason, I understand why you don't understand this because you're not a fan and your job necessitates you always paying attention, right? If you, like your daughters, for example, you're a big fan of theirs. You can't disconnect from that. But what sports team are you a fan of where you can try this for yourself?
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're going to make that argument, then I'm sorry, then you have to suffer through the 9 years. Like, that's the deal you're making with the sports devil, right? Yeah, no blank. Yeah, I'll take a championship every 10 years, and the other 9 years I don't have to pay attention? Yeah, sure.
Well,
that sounds great.
Well, but that's what you posed initially, right? You've just retconned it into saying you have to pay attention the entire time.
No, I've said that the whole
right?
time.
Like,
You have to pay attention. You are married to watching them. Sorry, you got to suffer through all the crappy baseball or all the crappy football.
Well, I mean, so I would choose the sustained success personally, but it does. Yeah. But it seems to me that 80% of sports fans are allowed to turn off the TV, right? Like you're strawmanning this a little bit because what you're saying is you can't turn off the TV when that world doesn't exist, Jason.
Also,
everyone can turn off the TV.
Patrick,
I like that.
You know what other world doesn't exist? Where you get to make the agreement where you're going to win a Super Bowl or a World Series every 10 years, and you have to sit through 9 losing. Like, that's not... We're straw man. You're putting rules on something that's fictional,
too. It's a good nickname
too.
for him. Put straw man down. That's straw man Wilde. I like that.
First, you initially just said, which world do you want? One every 10 years and bad, or do you want the sustained success? I want the sustained success, but you then, after that, put the constraint of you have to watch the bad, right? Again, I'm a sustained success person, but you changed the rules after you proposed the question. And
you know that I don't do that.
I've
made this argument for years.
It's like the '86 Mets. The old straw man up there. Stirring that, babe.
Thanks for the call, Patrick. We appreciate it. No, I'm not changing the rules.
And part of why I
this.
pose that question is because people will tune out, and people will say the hell with it.
Right. Which makes it much easier to suffer through losing.
We are now, when sports decided to go even bigger business-wise, and they've done a fantastic job of raising prices and revenue and everything else, the Packers are one of the few outliers that loyalty leaves with that. People aren't going to be as engaged and as tuned in than they would have been back in the old days when you really. Now the Packers, I think there's a strong, but they haven't really been tested. They haven't gotten It's easy when you're winning and your game and the games mean a lot. I didn't see a ton of Packer fans heading up to Minneapolis last year with that clunker of a game. I don't know. You were up there, Jason, but when you start looking at all of that, when you've decided to, and the Packers have, don't kid ourselves. The Packers have grown. It used to be, every employee up there. Mm-hmm. The Christmas parties were small. Well, they're monstrous now. They have grown and grown and grown, and they are a big-time, big boy, big girl business operation. And with that, your prices have gone up, all of the other stuff. I'm not sure. Luckily, they haven't been tested. They've tried. Packer fans have answered the bell. At some point, do Packer fans not? I don't know the answer to that. I'm fascinated to find out. I don't want to find out, but I'll be curious what that looks like.
We'll get to Bill in Albuquerque and a few more of our callers at the top of the 10 o'clock hour, which will start in just 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Happy Mother's Day. The Milwaukee Brewers win again on Mother's Day, this time completing a sweep for the first time since 1989 of the New York Yankees. 20 years later to the day after Bill Hall walked off the Mets with a pink bat in 2006, Brice Turang did it yesterday against the Yankees.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers. Straight away center field, number 6 for Brice Turang, and it's a walk-off for the crew of the ninth.
Jeff Levering on the call on the Brewers Radio Network, as heard here on 100.5 ESPN. Brewers now 6 games over 500. They've surged up to second place in the NL Central standings. A day off today for Milwaukee before the homestand continues tomorrow night, hosting the San Diego Padres. First pitch at 6:40.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We'll get some more of your calls. Jennifer in the ESPN Madison YouTube comments. Here's what I think. If people tune out if we stink, then they suck. It means you aren't a true fan. You don't deserve to celebrate a championship.
Nah.
Bandwagoners be damned.
No.
I'll say this, man. The psychology of sports fans is the big reason I love this job, because everybody has a little different purview on how this goes. And I'm saying right now, I would. Who said it?
Jennifer.
Jennifer in Middleton.
I agree with Jennifer's premise, especially in the old days when it was more community, and now I just there's a tide, and you see it with we'll schedule a game on a Wednesday.
I don't know all boats.
I'm not sure when we're gonna have the Saturday game. It might be Saturday, it might be Sunday. Oh, we might do a Monday game. We could flex this, and it has become more transactional. Our love and the community that we are searching for and we want, it's getting more difficult to be on the fan side of it. Like, those are just facts. I'm not saying anything that people don't know.
My problem with Jennifer's thing here, if I may.
Oh, you may.
If there's a Marquette fan who, on a Tuesday night when the snow was blowing this year and they had a home game against Georgetown at Fiserv Forum, that's an example, and they were like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to make it tonight. They can still celebrate a Final Four run or a championship
That's not what
someday.
Jennifer's talking about. She's not talking about going behind snow plows and hoping the roads aren't greasy.
She said you have to support the team no matter what, through thick and thin. And I'm saying, if you're a diehard
no
Marquette
one's saying
fan,
you can just you can't miss a game.
If you've been a diehard Marquette fan who's been there for every step of the way, cheering them on, traveling to the NCAA tournament and the Madison Square Garden for the Big East tournament during all this success, and then they have one down year, and you're like, you know what? I'm out tonight. That's fine. The Brewers in 2015 traded everybody at the deadline, and then the last 2 months of the year, did I watch a lot of the game? No. Does that mean I'm not any more of a Brewers fan than I was before that? No. It just means the team punted. They gave up on the rest of the season. There's some nice players. You tune in now and then. But then you don't have an obligation to sit through it and, I don't know, torture yourself on that kind of stuff.
Torture yourself.
It's okay. Team sucks. We'll try again next year.
I don't think she said one game, though. Like, I think her point is that if you're tuning out for the entire season because the team is bad, you're a fair weather fan, period. Finn. Let's get to a couple more calls.
So if you weren't like me sitting at Camp Randall for that Washington game this year in the pouring rain,
storm that field, baby,
then you're not allowed to celebrate. Like, come on.
Again, you're using one game as an example. Let's get another call in. Let's go to Bill in Albuquerque. Bill, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Thanks. I'm doing well. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, listen, I'm an old guy, so I remember all the when I was a kid, the really good days of the 60s and then the not-so-good days of the later 70s and 80s. And my observation is times have changed. Like, the whole fan-team relationship now I think is really different, and the environment of sports is really different than it used to be. I mean, in those days, you had, limited options. You had your home team. You couldn't just switch around channels to watch a football game on TV, or you get your subscription on your computer or, your screen. The streaming wasn't there. There are so many more options available if the Packers are losing 30-10 in the late third quarter, how many people are now probably just switching over to the Chiefs, Denver Broncos game?
Right, a red zone. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think the allegiance is as deep as it used to be, because people are much more cynical now, too. Let's face it. Tausch made some good points. It's like, and plus, add on top of that, as far as the home games and going to games, the expense of it. You guys have talked about this a lot, about the expense of going, especially to football games. It's like, are you really going to, after the third or fourth year, I'm not so sure. I think after the first or second down year, okay, we'll come back. We've had enough culture now that we can come back with a couple of good free agents and the star rookie comes in. That's great. We'll bounce right back. But what happens in the third year, the fourth year, or the fifth year? Now you're really eating at the base. And those 20-somethings, 30-somethings, even 40-somethings, I'm paying $1,500 for this. Who needs it? Next, my season tickets, I'm going to sell to somebody, the opposing team. Now, I think you're going to see many more tickets being sold, on the secondary market. Just because, why should I spend that money? I could get that money back. They're going to lose anyway. You can't get into a situation where the fans are looking at the schedule and they see a premium team come up. Well, we're going to lose that game. There's 7 losses here, no problem. If you get into that psychological and emotional cycle, that's hard to come out of, because that's what happened in the 80s. That's what happened, that, we're just going to be a bad team again. Even in the early 70s, after the great 60s decade, there was still everybody remembered the good times. And we just needed the right coach. We just needed the right combination, and we'll be right there dominating again. And now, the only good thing now is that, with the big turnovers, just like in college, maybe you can hit on something. But it's a completely different era. It's totally different. You cannot compare the 70s and 80s to what's happening now.
Right. You're right about that. And by the way, the Packers, and thanks for the call, Bill. Look, I don't think that they're on the precipice of a return to those days, but I do think that there are Packers fans that think that this middling of being mediocre and having the 7th seed and losing a playoff game, eventually they've got the wrong people in charge, and eventually they're just going to miss the playoffs altogether, and things are going to go poorly. I think there is a portion of the fan base that feels that way. There's a lot of people that are still frustrated that they didn't move on from Matt LaFleur. Whether you agree with them or disagree with them, I think they're bracing themselves for some disappointing seasons ahead. That's how they see it. I don't necessarily agree, but that's where they're at.
No doubt. And I think the idea of still having the same amount of loyalty to teams and leagues that are showing you that there's more to it, and that's fans used to come in second or third, and I think probably continuing to kind of drip down. I think that is also changing some consumer behavior. Mm-hmm. It's gotten more costly. Players are making all this, and that's partially why you're seeing more interactions with fans, and you add gambling into that and everything else. So it's a different environment. Not saying which one is better or worse. I think if you're looking at it from a more wholesome loyalty standpoint, it was better before. It doesn't mean sports have never been more popular than they are right now. Mm-hmm. And how you go about getting there, you are more transactional in your fandomness. And the leagues have traded that out, and I think they're more than content with that trade out. Now, fans have to just figure out what that looks like to them, because everybody wants to be a part of a winner. Everybody wants the big games that are, everybody's talking about. You want to be there, you want to be. And when you don't have those, it makes it, you really have to question, is it worth it, both from my own emotional support and also the financial part of it. That's where things have changed. And luckily, from a Packer fan standpoint, you haven't had to deal with that outside of maybe a couple of home games at the end of the year when Rodgers got hurt. Mm-hmm. Other than that, everything has been very meaningful. And so fans are going to stay because they're incredibly interested and entertained by it. It's when you're not. There's going to be, obviously we've seen it with the Bucs here a little bit, and unfortunately I think we'll see more of it until they get things rectified. The Brewers have figured out a way, and this is when Mark Antanasio took a lot of grief last year, and he said, it's my job to entertain and make sure people are coming to the ballpark to see a good team. Not necessarily a world championship team. Mm-hmm. That got everybody up in arms, but you do when you go down. I think it's just what fans are looking for is a really good product and a great entertainment value that they feel like they can get their money's worth out of. And when you're not winning, it gets a lot more difficult to get that equation balanced.
Well said. We'll get to a couple of your calls and a couple of your texts next. Speaking of calls, there's only one call to make if you've been injured in an accident, and that is to Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all. Or go to the website, and you can start the process right there. Fill in the blanks, send them your information, and they will call you and discuss your case. Gruber-law.com is the website, but what matters most is that they are there for you to make sure you get what you deserve if you've been injured. And hopefully you never have to make the call, but the call to make is one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. Gruber Law Offices, one call. That's all. Not that's all when it comes to this conversation. We'll put a bow on it with a couple more of your calls and texts next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Get the look you want for the home you love with 0% financing options available. So you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2026.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. And when you look around right now, everything seems to be extra expensive in the world. Except this. Right now, get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10 at Pizza Hut. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, finished with garlic parm seasoning. Available for delivery or carryout. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is express entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Since 1956, Hallman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Hallman Lindsay has grown over the years to 27 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Hallman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Hallman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
All right, let's get a call in here and a text or two, and then we'll shift gears and we'll circle back to the kicking situation with your Green Bay Packers. Let's go to Cheesehead Bucky. Bucky, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good. How are you guys doing?
I'm amazing, thanks. It's not Father's Day, though. What do you got for us?
That's awesome. All right, so I think we have to remember that there's different type of fans. You have your diehard fans that are going to be there, win, lose, or draw. You have your party fans that are going to come to have a good time. And then you have your fair weather fans where, just like, you get a lot of little kids to be fans if you're winning a lot. Hence why a lot of young kids, like Patriots or kids that, people that are my age tend to be Cowboys fans because there's a lot of winning.
Yeah, Evan Cohen's of the world. Whoever's winning will jump in their bandwagon. Those type of fans.
Exactly. So, like last year, Tausch, you saw it. So, at the Badger games, mostly the first bowl was full. Now, the upper deck, they wouldn't get everybody there. But as long as you still have hope, and it just comes with sports, any given Sunday, you will get fans in there because of the hope. You will get fans in there to go party. Now, you'll lose your people that only come around when they're winning. Mm-hmm. And it is what it is. But I just think that what the Packers have built over so many years is hope. So it might not always turn out our way, but I don't think that people would just abandon the Packers if they did go, 10 years without a championship.
Bucky.
I mean, missing the playoffs.
Do you think there are fewer of those diehards that would continue? Like, do you think that...
How many diehards under 40 are there?
Right. Is that pie chart shrinking of the number of diehards because there are more younger people who aren't wired the same way? What do you think?
So, I'm probably guilty to the circle that I'm in, but most of my friends are diehards, and there's people that are in their mid-20s that are diehard Packer fans, and they've grown up that way. So. Mm-hmm. Are there always going to be those casuals and those people that come around when things are good? Yes. But, the Packers have built such a brand in the state of Wisconsin that I just find it hard that people would just turn it off. Look at the Bears, for example. The Bears aren't very good. Their fans never shut up. Oh, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
No, you're right.
The fans, they never stop. Because they have hope every offseason that things are going to turn around. Every time they get a quarterback, they think he's the next Aaron Rodgers. It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah, Bucky, that's one of the great things about the NFL. They sell hope better than anybody. The NFL sells hope. So thanks for the call, Cheesehead. I think it's super interesting to me. There is not a doubt in my mind that the loyalty and diehardness of Packer fans, there is a big difference when you're starting to talk age groups. 50 plus, I would say it's probably 80% diehard. Mm-hmm. I am not qualified. Well, I'm qualified, but I don't know what I would say from the kids to 35. I don't know. I just know there's a lot of other stuff, and with all the other things that go on, and it just feels to me that it would be a lot less. I don't know what that number is. Love for Gallup to run a poll on it.
Are the Packers harder to judge, though, because there have not been long enough deserts in winning? Like, would it be like, let's say, because we bring this up a lot, there was not a 7th seed for the playoffs, that they had not expanded the schedule and expanded the playoffs, and there were still only 16 games, and the Packers would have missed the playoffs each of the last 3 years, which would have meant, by the way, missing them the last 4 years, right? Because in 2022, they lost that home game to the Lions, so had nothing to play for, and missed the playoffs that year as well. If we're sitting here and they've gone through 4 losing seasons, or 4 playoff-less seasons, I should say, I think we're testing this theory on a much higher level.
There's no doubt about that.
And there's a new coach and a new general manager, most likely,
neither of those
as well.
guys would have jobs. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that. And that would be the re-spark of hope. That's why teams and organizations a lot of times do fire people,
right,
is to give that little added juice to the fans.
Jesse, you got a text from Steve-O in SoCal.
Yeah, you know Steve-O always riles us up a little bit. Steve-O in SoCal texting, it's been 6 or 7 years since the Packers were a true contender. Fans are perfectly content with mediocrity, that word again, and the Packers organization clearly sees no need to go all in for a Super Bowl run.
I don't know. Grabbing Micah Parsons, to me, has to almost keep everybody, that whole concept done, because that is as all-in of a move as I've seen anyone make in the NFL in the last 5 years. So I have a hard time buying that. As far as the mediocrity goes, I know we had a nice spirited debate last week about that. And while I don't disagree with some of the points of the 9-3-1 in Denver, like I don't disagree on that. But last time I checked, sports are a win or lose proposition.
Yeah.
There's a scoreboard. And your record tells you, the record says who you are. That's how this works. You don't have to like it, but that's the reality. Otherwise, why keep score? And the Green Bay Packers, with one exception of going down to Dallas and winning a playoff game, we've kind of been the definition of high-end mediocrity. We'd be high-end, but we wouldn't be no better than that, because 7 seed, boop, 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 out, or out. That's as high-end of mediocrity as you're going to get.
That I agree with, for as much as we may have disagreed. So I don't want to test this theory. Like, you give me a hard, we talk about me not being a fan, but it's also, I've never had a cover.
You've done a really good job of saying that, because everybody that has called or texted in continues to bring that up. So you've branded yourself well as a non-fan.
That's not my job.
Non-fan
to
straw
not be
guy.
that person. But a straw man argument guy. But I would say that for me, I have not had to cover, in going into my 31st season, a lot of bad football teams either. Like, I don't know how it feels to cover a team that is perennially 5-12 or 6-11.
The Forest High School track team wasn't great.
Well, yeah, that's because their best athlete was at the University of Wisconsin. But be that as it may, I think that's, and I didn't cover them every week. That might have been tough if they were struggling at each meet and I was there.
No,
the reality, just stop right now.
That one court order. Yeah.
Whoa, Nelly! No, that's not one. All right, we're going to talk about kickers after Tausch tells us about Annex Wealth Management.
Look around our sports landscape, and you're going to see all sorts of teams in transition. Might be the end of an era. A team with a star who wants out, searching, and a new coach. Might be the beginning of something new, where a leader moves on, and you have to fill big roles like chancellor or athletic director. Well, maybe it's the unexpected. You think things look pretty good, and then there's some injury. There's a sudden injury, unforeseen diagnosis that leaves you wondering what team you've got around you. Well, we might act like it's unusual, but really it is the norm. If you have kids like I do, there are transitions you see. Kids driving, kids in plays, changing schools, graduations. And then there's things you didn't even see coming. You're not going to avoid change, but planning will help you face them. A good plan actually considers all sorts of possibilities and outcomes, and that's what you get when you plan with Annex. You get a team of really smart people helping you create a plan that's tested against hundreds of possibilities to make sure you can stay on track. So give them a call for all the things you see coming and the things you don't. You need planning that they provide. Give Annex a call or visit annexwealth.com. That's annexwealth.com today and click the Get Started button.
There was a big move on Friday. By the way, there was a lot of news on Friday. Not only was Brandon McManus released, but we found out that the schedule release is going to be this Thursday, and the NFL and their officials reached an agreement on an extension, so we won't have Lance Easley making a comeback. That's a big win. But that all happened on Friday, including the Packers' decision with their kicker. We'll talk about that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Brewers fans, cheer for the crew with jewelry that's always a hit.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we're proud to be an official retailer of Milwaukee Brewers jewelry for fans who know diamonds aren't just on the field.
Prices start at just $40. That's almost less than a beer and a hot dog at the stadium.
Nothing says Brewers fan like jewelry that hits a home run.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Hey folks, Gabe here. Now we all know baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, but you know what's been around even longer? Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. Yeah, that's right, Yuengling started brewing in 1829. That means people were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. A great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So the next time you're watching the game, reach for a Yuengling traditional lager from the oldest brewery in America. Now finally, in your lineup.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
I'm sure you feel the weather. You deserve better windows and doors. At Siding Unlimited, we install top-of-the-line wood, vinyl, and fiberglass windows with options to fit your style, color, and design choices. Built for energy efficiency, installed by our professional craftsmen at Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited. Experience, integrity, craftsmanship. Stop by our amazing Madison showroom and visit sidingunlimited.com today.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Houser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Brice Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
We're on the Badgers.
The bottom line on it is you're going into a monster season.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And now there's more change, more things that aren't stable than there ever has been before.
This is 100.5 ESPN.
So, my Friday, there's a lot of reaction to the Packers moving on from Brandon McManus. A lot of discussion. I talked with Wally and Ashley on the Damn Sports Show. I talked with Jim and Matt and Molly about it on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Where's Wilde?
We'll play that maybe a little later in the week. And then I was with a couple of dads at the track meet on Friday, and we discussed it there too. And Tausch, I understand, and I talked about it on Sunday Karma yesterday as well. I get it. Like, just because Anders
was Sunday Karma on yesterday? I was tuning in at 10:30. I wasn't. I didn't.
It was Craig and Strofe.
Oh, okay.
It was interesting because, and look, again, all people are different people. As that great American orator, not Bob, who's your guy? Bob Ford? No, Bob Moore. Ted Lasso
they moved
said.
Bob Moore's text into, like, I don't know, is this changed for you guys too, where the texts now get moved into different categories?
Yeah, you got to turn that off.
Everything.
It's confusing. I just want everything.
Mine is not done that.
There's like a unread, and then there's a promo, and it's a whole deal. It's a whole scene, man.
It's a scene, man.
We need more content from Jason's group with the dads at the track meets.
I agree.
I think there's a lot that could come from that brain trust.
Yeah, we had some good conversations
what
about
did you guys talk about?
Well, one of the things we talked about is having a rookie kicker with a team you think is capable of winning
we're
the Super
actually
Bowl.
thinking more non-Packer stuff.
Well, that's not what we're doing right now, though.
Okay.
I think they can cover all of it.
All right.
Some Packers, some life.
Life of a sports parent. Sure, there's plenty to discuss, but I wanted to get to this so we can play trivia on time. Because am I the only one? Because it feels like the bitter taste of Brandon McManus's last performance has overridden
You think the
any
Packers
concerns.
overreacted on this? You think the Packers overreacted and are going to get stung in a playoff next year because they overreacted, put a young kicker in a position that they shouldn't have? They should have kept the veteran. That's what I'm hearing you say.
Well, so, all right, a couple things. One, I was talking about from the fans that I interacted with, including these dads, that he was so bad in the playoff game that they are willing to go back onto the tilt-a-whirl that is having a rookie kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Braden Narvison stunk and was unreliable. Narv dog. And even though Anders Carlson was inconsistent and unreliable.
Anders was I can't believe Jordan and this team have come on like this. They're able to beat Taylor Swift and the Chiefs up on a Sunday night. Oh, my God, and we're stuck with a young kicker. This is not that. And when we this news broke at the end of our show Friday, you said the same thing prior to talking to your buddies at the track meet. So I'm not putting words in your mouth. I asked you, is it going to cost us? And you said, yeah. I said positive, or what was it, awesome or not? You didn't think it was. So
the reason why and again, Trey Smack could be completely different. Look, there are teams that have had rookie kickers that went to Super Bowls. The Eagles did it a couple of years ago. I'm not saying it's impossible. What I am saying is, based on Goody's philosophies, this goes against, not to the degree of having 30-year-olds on the team, but this goes against what he seemingly was telling us. And I go back to 2022. When none of us expected the Packers to be an 8-9 operation. Maybe it had something to do with the quarterback breaking his thumb and playing through it after the injury in London and not being as effective. But they thought they were a Super Bowl contender. So did we, right, Tausch? They had been the number one seed, the most important number one seed in NFL history, and they'd peed down their leg and lost at home to the 49ers. But we didn't expect them to be 8-9 in 2022.
We did
going
not.
Into it.
No, we did not. I also didn't expect him to trade Devontae.
Right.
In fairness.
What did Goody say in February before he traded Devontae? What did he say? When you have a championship caliber team, you need a championship kind of kicker. So we're bringing Mason Crosby
that's a good
back.
Quote. Did you use that in your article?
I did at the time, and I brought it up again in the aftermath of that.
Okay.
So that's what he said in 2022. Then, when you get Brandon McManus midway through the 2024 season, your message is, hey, we needed a veteran kicker. We've done the rookie thing. He also said this, maybe I'm too impatient with specialists.
Ungeduldig. That's German for impatient.
So, well done. You
think the Packers are going to they're going to be in France or nowhere, right? That's kind of the gist of what we got with the new scheduling thing out.
Yeah, I mean, I still think there's a chance of the Munich game against the Lions.
What are you looking at?
We're in the middle of a kicker conversation. What are you bringing up France for?
Ed Policy said that ain't happening. He said the Lions are protecting it. Yeah. So, Jason, you just brought up, and you had all these great quotes that line up exactly. He's impatient. He's ungeduldig. He's all this stuff. So it tells me
Packers are going to Paris.
So which way does this tell you that the Packers don't think that McManus is a championship kicker, or is this team not a championship caliber team? Because it's one of two things. What did Goody's decision on Friday tell you?
He thinks that they have a better chance with a rookie kicker, despite the inconsistency of past rookie kickers, than he did with having Brandon McManus, who, by the way, as Tausch astutely pointed out, not only did he miss the 3 kicks that he did against the Bears, but after going 20 for 21 on field goal attempts upon his arrival with 2 walk-off game winners in 2024, dude did miss a kick in Philly, too, in the playoff game.
Yep.
So in his 2 playoff games, he has missed 4 kicks.
Not great, Bob.
And now he's been kicked to the curb.
Mm-hmm. So if I'm reading you right, you think this is going to come back and bite the Packers in the keister?
I think it could. I don't know enough about Trey Smack and whether he has ice water in his veins or not to kick
Gator
the Mason
blood.
Crosby.
He's got Gator blood.
Yeah, Gatorade. Yeah,
Gator blood.
Yeah,
and he's got Gator blood.
Well, and Gatorade was invented at Florida too, so he's got both. But I don't know if the game comes down to a 52-yarder, like it did in 2016 when Mason Crosby made it not once but twice to beat the Cowboys. I don't know if Trey Smack's got that in him or not. I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
Other than having talked to him once.
All right.
So I know he has a hell of a lot better college numbers than I don't know what Braden Narvison's were, but definitely a hell of a lot better numbers than Anders Carlson had at Auburn. So he's at least got a track record of making a lot of kicks in college. But I don't know, I'm still philosophically, and I think there's other people that feel this way too, leery of young, rookie, unproven kickers. A lot of them, it takes them getting bounced around a little bit before they find their footing.
So did you like this move?
I did not.
And your big reason is you don't trust rookies.
Right, which is unfair to him because he's not the same as those other 2 guys.
Okay.
But historically, more often than not, young kickers struggle. Right? I mean, look, we're talking about the Carlsons. Mm-hmm. Look at Daniel Carlson.
Yeah,
you brought him up the other day.
He's been very good out in Oakland /
He has.
Vegas. Yeah.
But you know what he wasn't good in?
Minnesota.
Yeah. And their impatient head coach, Mike Zimmer, kicked him to the curb.
He did.
So the Packers aren't going to do that. And I don't think Lucas Havrisik is going to win the job either.
No, he won't.
I think this is Trey Smack's job.
Yep.
And we'll see how he fares. And by the way, the 1997 Green Bay Packers reached the Super Bowl with a rookie kicker. He went into the Packers Hall of Fame alongside
He did. Boy. Yeah, and he missed a big kick, I believe, in his rookie season.
Game 2 in Philly, I was there. It was raining. Favre told him, hey, look out, it's slippery. Ryan tells a great story. I think he even mentioned it in his speech which wasn't as good as yours, but it was good, when he said that was a huge learning lesson for him because he was pretty cocky. He'd beaten out the draft pick. He had made all of his kicks in preseason, and this was a chip shot 28-yarder at Old Veterans Stadium, and he missed it. And it was a good lesson for him. So if you're a Packers fan, it would be great if Trey Smack, if he does get a little big for his britches, has a learning moment like that, and then he has the rest of the kind of season that Ryan Long will have.
What a great parting gift to McManus, though, to throw him $1 million roster bonus right before you cut him. That's pretty cool.
In March,
McManus.
but yeah. Well, what do you make of that? So
cut him in May. It's what is he? Who was up in Green Bay for maybe 2 weeks?
Yeah,
that's not bad. That's not bad work if you can find it.
If
here's how I looked at it, and I said this Friday when it happened. I wasn't shocked when they drafted and gave up picks to get Smack. They wanted him to kick. They were sick and tired of McManus missing postseason kicks. I think there's probably other stuff that was going on, and they just thought, you know what, let's go young. Let's go get here's somebody that we believe can do it, but it is risky. It's a dice roll, and you can't go make money at a casino, Hard Rock Casino Rockford, if you don't throw the dice. So you're either going to sit there and you're going to throw the dice, or you're going to just sit back and hope somebody walks in and gives you a chip. That doesn't happen often, unless you're Jesse with Coach Al. I think he probably threw you a chip or two. So I don't have a problem with this at all. Could it blow up and be a disaster? But the beautiful thing about that is, even if that does happen, this is not a quarterback or a left tackle. There's 30 guys that'll come in on Tuesday, and you're going to find somebody that can make kicks if this blows up. And ironically enough, it might end up being McManus again. That's how this whole world works.
Is it better to squander $1 million in a roster bonus, or better to squander a 6th-round pick that you traded up to use?
I have been a firm believer I don't want to draft kickers anymore. Now, if Trey Smack becomes the greatest kicker in the history of the Packers, I will eat my words. But the added pressure that it brings, the fact that you gave up other picks in a year you didn't have many picks, for a spot that, while I think you needed to upgrade and get more consistent, they must love this kid. They must think he is the cat's meow. I heard him, he kicks a straight ball. That's great.
Cam Acord.
Yeah, I love it. That's great. And now you put your money where your mouth is. I love it, man. I'm glad Cam Acord said that. I'm glad that they went and did this. It's you got to make big moves, man, and the Packers did. We'll see if it's the right move. Just like going and getting Dalla Dame was a big move. It turns out it wasn't the right move, but it was at the time.
Right.
And we can all sit here in our cheap seats, sipping down lattes, talking like we know what the hell we're talking about. You got to be out there and put yourself out there. They did. The Packers just did. And I hope it works because I think it's the right move. Now, whether or not it's the right guy, we'll find out.
Last thing on this, so we can play trivia and you can tell us about AmFam. They drafted Anders Carlson largely on the say-so of Rich Bisaccia. Now, Goody did not flat out say that this was because of Cam Acord, but he did say multiple times how much Cam Acord liked Trey Smack. Do you think that special teams coordinators have enough expertise that they should significantly influence the selection of a kicker, or would you rather, I know you said you're against picking them altogether, but would you rather not have special teams coordinators influencing selections?
No, if you're going to hire someone to run your operation, I want them shopping for the groceries, and then if the meal sucks, I'm going to fire them. This isn't hard. This is a beautiful part about the business, man. You're shopping, and if you butcher it and it turns out like it's junk, hey, you ain't gonna be around. Now, if you make a good meal, hey, great job. Hey, we're gonna give you now. You can go get some more prime cuts. We'll let you go over to Hall of Fame Beefs and go through that Wagyu selection. All right. So no, if you're gonna empower people and hire them, let them do their job. Goody knows what he's looking for generally, and if there's a huge disagreement, Goody gets the final call on it. But if somebody that you feel like is going to lead your group out of despair and put us into the mediocre, we will be so pleased with Cam Achord if he's 17th or 18th best special teams next year. He might get a statue. Well, what are you laughing? They're 28th to 32nd for it seems like every year.
Yeah.
You move up 11 spots or 12 spots in anything in the NFL, you should be happy. That's great growth. So, yeah, if Cam Achord wants this kid and is going to put his resume down on it, I'm all in. But if it doesn't work, just like I said with Bisaccia, then there's consequences to your actions. That's the beauty. That's why this is great. Same thing with quarterbacks. Hey, you're going to go bold and go do it? Great. The better work. If it doesn't, somebody else can be doing your job. And there's probably something real nervy about that, but there's also probably something real freeing about it too. But then make sure that you're not. This is where Goody has been fantastic and why I feel good about it. Goody ain't afraid of making a big, bold move and say, this ain't work. Sorry, Cam, this ain't working, man. This is not working. We got to find somebody else because our team is too blank and good to be relying on some inconsistent gator-blooded kicker. And that's what'll be happening. So I hope old Gator Blood's ready to go because I'm intrigued to watch.
Is this nickname going to stick?
If he's making kicks, it will. If it's not, I don't want it. Then you guys can name him.
Old Gator Blood? Is that...
I want
you're
my kicker with Gator blood.
Ice in his veins. Is that what you're going for?
That means you're very well hydrated and nothing is going to phase you.
Old Gator Blood.
You can call him Young Gator Blood too. I don't care. Just call him
Even
Gator
though
Blood.
he has one of the great names in football, Trey Smack.
I'm sorry. I don't want my kicker talking smack. I don't.
You're going to call him Old Gator Blood.
I don't want my kicker talking smack because you know what happens when kickers talk smack? They get leveled
Double
on
doink.
No, they get leveled on kickoffs.
Smacked.
Yeah.
Smack-a-lack-it.
Smack-a-lack-it. Let's play some trivia.
I'd rather have my kicker not talk a ton and just say every time I line up, I'm burying this blank and kick. If that's what you want to smack talk about, great. But then don't be surprised when somebody on special teams comes and
Gator Blood Smack. I hope he's insuring carefully with AmFam, but first we're going to play trivia, or I'm going to get a trivia caller. Jesse, Sports Weekend Recap?
Indeed, yes. Sports Weekend Recap, and there's a bit of a theme to the three questions today. Might want to bring your own broom to today's Wilde and Tausch
your own
trivia.
awareness. Oh, which caller would you like?
Which trivia? Salem?
We are
Salem
going to
witch trials?
We are going to be stopping in Salem to go see the witches when we go out to Boston in a couple of weeks.
Did you ever find your New Hampshire part of this?
We did. Burlington, Vermont is going to be our final stop of the Northeast excursion.
Suck down some syrup.
Will you come back from being around Bostonians and spend the next 3 to 4 programs purely using a Boston accent?
We're going to be out at the AmFam Championship that following week, so I got to see my guy Steve Stricka, Jerry Kelly, and then whoever know, VJ Singh might be out there.
Oh, you're going out there from
got
Memorial
a chance.
Day,
Huh? Well, we're going to be out there.
Tongue Chai Chai D.
Tongue Chai Chai D going to be out there trying to win a championship this year at TPC Wisconsin. Yeah.
Caller 13, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller 13 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about AmFam.
American Family Insurance is always a great call. I've been around this game for a long time, and I'll tell you, having the right people in your corner makes all the difference. That's what you get with American Family. Local agents who understand what you've built and who help you protect it with the right home and auto coverage, all at the right price. So when life throws something your way, you're going to be ready to handle it. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully and dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
All hail King Vaughn.
3-2 to Vaughn. And a fly ball to left. Back at the track. Bye-bye baseball. Welcome back, Andrew Vaughn.
You're listening to Madison's home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here, and if you know me, you know I love Wisconsin. That's why I'm a UW Credit Union member. Their team's been all about Wisconsin since 1931, and they love making banking easy for members. Whether it's with their convenient mobile app or with the great perks like early payday to get you paid sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Steinhoffels. The Memorial Day sale is on now. Save up to 30%. Get a Beauty Sleep mattress for $399. Plus 18 months, 0% financing. Shop now at steinhoffels.com.
New Badgers offensive line coach Eric Mateos preaches a passion for physicality amongst his unit. Safe to say former Badgers offensive lineman Rob Havenstein is a fan of the mantra.
It's a great quote. Physicality is in the nature of offensive line. Having a coach that's putting that in the forefront, I think is just going to go great. And then you can honestly start having a lot of fun as an offensive line, getting guys on the ground, come back and give your right guard a fist bump. You know you just killed that guy. You know, that's the fun of offensive line.
Wisconsin weather is unpredictable. Your windows shouldn't be. Upgrade with Pella and get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app.
This loss is as painful to Packer fans as you can ever imagine.
A customizable homepage, easier and quicker live listening. Your shows at the touch of a fingertip. Available in Apple and Android app stores.
I have no evidence behind that whatsoever. It's just a feeling I have, and that might just be because I'm scared of this rivalry in the playoffs.
Your one-stop shop for ESPN Wisconsin. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Download it today.
Brewers baseball is back, and there's only one way to celebrate, with a Surfside iced tea and vodka, or a Surfside lemonade and vodka. Smooth, refreshing, and made for game day. Surfside is the perfect match for a day at the ballpark, or catching the game at home. Surfside is only 100 calories, with 0 bubbles, so it goes down easy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is our crew.
Fly ball center field, it's hit well, back, it is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers!
Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Some spirited debate in the YouTube comments. We'll circle back to some of that a little bit later in the program, because it's time now for trivia presented by Cousin Subs, Iron Jock, and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Iron Jock. No stink, just performance. And proudly Wisconsin built. Shop now at ironjock.com. By Cousin Subs. Try the new Protein Power Plays. For subs loaded with protein and made with fresh ingredients you love. All for just $7.99. And by Vortex Golf. Rangefinders you can bet on.
Let's welcome in our contestant. He is Kurt in Monroe. Kurt, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Do you know Jeff in Monroe? You ever do your
You've
taxes?
asked me that before.
I know.
If I had to, does taxes?
He did. I think he's retired now. He could do yours, though, if you're looking for somebody.
Is he a lawyer?
I think he's just an accountant.
Why, something come up?
No, not yet.
Wait a minute.
Why
are you looking for a lawyer, Kurt?
It's a great question.
I said not yet.
Oh, that's fair.
Whoa, Nelly!
Then I started wondering, did you used to live in Cambria? No, you didn't. Okay.
Hey, now. Whoa, Nelly! All right.
That's Monday.
I knew I'd ask Kurt that. I knew I'd ask Kurt that once before. Now I'm kind of glad I did. Let me know what kind of legal representation you're seeking. I've got a couple of friends in the business. All right, here we go.
Yeah, me too.
That was fun. Let's try and have some fun with our answers now. The sports weekend recap. Question number 1 is this. Only one NBA team was able to complete a series sweep in the second round of the NBA playoffs over the weekend. Which team was it? Was it the New York Knickerbockers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, or the Philadelphia 70 Swifters?
Knickerbockers.
Indeed. They swept the Swifters.
Now, in fairness, you didn't say which side of the sweep that was, because Philadelphia helped getting swept.
If you, NBA enthusiast Mark Tauscher, would like to say that the Philadelphia 76ers
they also completed part of
a
it.
series sweep by
Were they not
losing
part of it?
4 bad games to the Knicks.
I agree with your answer, but I'm saying it's a little Philadelphia and B, they got some big decisions to make. That's a hot mess over there too. All right. Only one NHL team was able to complete a series sweep in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs over the weekend. Which team was it? Was it the Vegas Golden Knights, the Carolina Hurricanes, or the Colorado Avalanche?
Carolina.
You know it. It's all because they have those great skate mugs. Like, I'm convinced the skate mugs have propelled them forward. If you haven't seen it, the beer mugs made of hockey skates. It's awesome.
It's got to help.
No, it doesn't hurt.
You're in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, right?
Where did you want me to be?
Well, the fact that you read a trivia question off a sheet of paper led me to wonder if you might have been in the Annex Wealth Management.
Now, sometimes
because usually you don't have
you got
things
to
that you
prod
need.
gel a little bit. Sometimes you got to prod him.
Okay.
And he
That's great.
proudly brought this in. Did a great job. Jess, you're doing a great job
Kurt,
today.
you're 2 for 2. Let's get all 3 here. Only 2 Major League Baseball teams besides the Brewers completed a series sweep last week. One was the Tampa Bay Rays. Which NL Central team was the other to complete a sweep? And by the way, we're saying that they won.
Give him that's a great start to the week. What a killer.
I'll tell you what, Kurt may have some legal entanglements, but he's crushing trivia.
I'll let you know.
All right, keep us posted. In the meantime...
I don't think you should. If I was an attorney, I would advise you not to.
That was fun. And we're just having fun, Jesse. Just have some fun. Kurt, you got all 3. That means you got 4 entries into Friday's drawing to win all the great prizes that we have from Cousin Subs, Iron Jock, and Vortex Golf. Thanks for playing, buddy. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Love the show.
That was really fun. That was a fun trivia right there. A couple of jokes about legalese and everything else. That was awesome. We will kick off the 11 o'clock hour and try and keep that momentum going in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison, and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Live streaming of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows. Easy access to the ESPN Madison on YouTube and daily podcasts so you don't ever miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. For the first time since 1989, the Milwaukee Brewers complete a 3-game sweep of the New York Yankees over the weekend at American Family Field. All 3 games exciting in their own right, but certainly the last was the best. Brice Turang walks it off on Mother's Day.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers. Straight away center field, number 6 for Brice Turang, and it's a walk-off for the crew of the ninth.
Jeff Levering on the call on the Brewers radio network. Milwaukee now 6 games over 500, surging up to second place in the NL Central standings, 22-16. They're off today before continuing the homestand with the San Diego Padres. 3-game set starts tomorrow night, 6:40, first pitch.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now, and we're going to cover a couple of things that were generated by old T, not Chat GPT. We'll get to the game that we're going to stink at.
Yeah, I'm almost positive. I mean, you guys could actually blow my mind and just kick Keister. It would be great. I don't think you will, but I hope you do.
So will we benefit from low expectations?
Oh, the expectations are super low.
Do Jason and I play as a team?
No, I want you competing.
Oh, boy.
I want to see you guys compete. And we're going to see. This is going to be very similar to, remember when we used to do the, what was the old game show where we'd go over-under and you'd pick what number?
What game was that?
All right, cool story.
I don't know what game show that was.
Great stuff. I was hoping you could help finish the sentence, but I should have known better. It was Duluth Trading Company, and we would put like an over seed under.
Yeah.
And you get, but yeah, thanks for helping.
But we just, yeah.
That was really fun, and that's what we're going to try to recreate.
Okay, great.
So it's not really an original game. What was original was Tausch sent us power rankings of the greatest TV moms.
I did, yeah. It was Mother's Day, yeah, yesterday, as you know, as you were out there working hard in the
I was
digging ditches and doing Lord knows what else.
Seeding. Jesse, I'm told that you have actually put together graphics of our power rankings.
I have. We got ahead of it. Tausch sent us this yesterday, so we had plenty of time. I recruited a little help from a little friend.
Say hello to your little friend.
And we have curated our power rankings of the top 5 TV moms of all time. Tausch, you get to unveil your list first.
Okay, so the list that came out was, I thought, interesting, and one of the things I kind of learned about this, it used to be a lot more prevalent in society where TV moms were really taking over. Now, tell me the last great TV mom in the last 20 years of TV. From 05 on, I can't find any. Do you guys have any?
What about, I have someone from Modern Family on my list.
Yeah, I've got a few on my list.
All right, I don't. And part of it is I don't watch regular TV anymore. I haven't done that for...
Landman. Is there a good mom on Landman?
Oh, there's a good mom. I'll tell you that. I don't know how great of a mom. She did a bunch of stuff at the old folks' home. Matter of fact, if I knew her name, I'd put it on there, but I don't. She's Allie Larder in real life. Yeah, it's a good show, as I've told you. I have not seen it. All right. So I'm going to start at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, that's how power rankings work.
Is that how they work? Thank you, Jason, for filling me in on that. Oh, you put it up already. I was going to make a few adjustments.
Well, not everyone's watching it on television.
You got distracted, so I thought I'd move you along a little bit.
That's very nice of you. Carol Brady, to mesh all of that in, and then also have the maid who was with the butcher. Like, to mesh all those cats, and there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes for anybody that's watched those biographies where there's mingling and intermingling of the two families. What a mess. Carol Brady, I thought, carried herself with great grace. I thought she deserves to be on this list. That's now in the 70s that show was on, just for reference.
Not to be confused with that 70s show.
Correct. All right, put my list back up so I know where I'm at. I did not know her name, but I was a big fan. I thought Dougie Heffernan, obviously, Doug and I looked very similar. We both did great with marrying women that were much better looking than I think maybe people thought. But Janet Heffernan, which I didn't know her first name. I'm going to check. Jesse, I believe, fact-checked that.
I Googled it, and that's what it told me.
She was an understanding mom, and she went, one of the episodes, she played poker and won money for her son. I just thought she carried herself. I was a big fan of how Janet Heffernan loved her son, probably coddled him a little bit much. Great TV mom.
Actress? Who's the actress?
Don't know. Jill Taylor of Home Improvement. We brought up Wilson the other day. That got me thinking. She carried herself. She had a husband that was a little outrageous, said some crazy things, did crazy stuff, had smoking chicks on his show, and she never bothered her. She raised those 3 boys. The one turned out he's got all kinds of stuff going on. What was her name again, Jesse? Why do you keep pulling it down? Leave the list up so I can read it.
Well, I want to see your facial
Jill
expression.
Taylor, which I don't know, again, that's her first name, but Tim the Toolman Taylor's wife crushed it. I had my second on the list. This young lady carried herself just with poise. She had a lot of things going on.
Wish I could show everyone your sheepish grin right now.
She was on 90210, but she had Minnesota nice about her because she's from the Minneapolis area. Gets thrown into Hollywood, dealing with all these crazy personalities. Became friends with Nat Pasiccio, and I think she took a lot of the Pasiccio effect. Dealing with twins. Dylan McKay. She basically helped raise Dylan.
Yeah, he needed it.
Judy, I believe her name was. Judy Walsh, because Jesse was too lazy to look up what her first name was. Judy Walsh, I thought, great TV mom.
You sent it as Mrs. Walsh.
I know. I think her name was Judy, but that could
Doug
be a different.
Heffernan's mom was my personal favorite.
Well, I didn't know her name.
Exactly.
So lastly, this I don't think is up for debate. You say what you want about her husband on the show. Obviously, has done a lot of stuff that is reprehensible. But from a mother standpoint in the 80s, and you again talk about Theo, who was crazy. He brought out all kinds of things.
R.I.P.
Theo Huxtable died?
Yeah, he died
I didn't know that.
Drowning accident.
R.I.P. to Theo, indeed. Claire Huxtable, and she is the GOAT of TV moms. And I'm not sure anyone else is close. There's my list.
I don't think we have a single person in common. Is that right?
I wanted to put Aunt B from the Andy Griffith Show, but I don't think she was anybody's mom.
It's an aunt.
So
We'll do
I couldn't
ants.
put it down
We'll do
there.
ants next week.
There ain't nobody beating Aunt B.
What about Aunt Viv, who became a different actress?
Oh, there you go. There's a lot of ants in the mix. All right, maybe I misspoke.
All right, here we go. Churio.
Would you like
Aunt
your list
Viv.
on screen, or
Aunt
would you like
Viv,
to unveil
I
it?
can't believe I missed out on Aunt Viv.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think part of it is because they got rid of her.
Well, they
now
just
there's
swapped
two
her
Aunt
out.
Vivs.
Yeah, right, exactly. At number 5 on my list, this is still Tausch's list if you're watching on YouTube. Elise Keaton, Family Ties, played by Meredith Baxter Burney. Number 4, see, all these are, it's amazing that we could come up with 10 different moms. And I cannot believe that my number 1 was nowhere on your list, given how often you talk about the show. Number 4, Claire Dunphy of Modern Family. Number 3.
What's her actress's name? I just want to piece together, because I've never watched Modern Family, even though I heard it's really good.
It is really good.
I'll get it.
She was, and by the way, she was really good on a show called Ed. Her name is Julie Bowen.
Oh, I'm thinking of Al Bundy's wife. That's not the mom in the show?
No. But she's certainly on a lot of lists, because after we compiled ours, Katie Siegel is the actress that played
no. I'm talking Al Bundy's
wife.
on Modern Family's wife.
Oh. But he's not...
She should probably be on that list.
Is she... yeah. Maybe that was an oversight by me. Back to my list. Lorelai Gilmore from the Gilmore Girls. Single mom. Not an easy gig.
Yeah, I should have put more single moms on there.
Number 2, who I think is the GOAT. I just put her second because I always had a thing for my
she's
number
the GOAT,
1.
but she didn't even make your number 1?
Yeah, because
Jordan is the GOAT. He's 4 on my list.
Well, I will explain why. I was always... Marion Cunningham of Happy Days is number 2 on my list, but I do believe her to be the GOAT of all-time TV moms. And I think she would rank ahead of Maggie Seaver of Growing Pains. But Maggie Seaver, I love me some Joanna Kearns. So I put her higher, but I don't think she probably deserved it. It's just my list, not a comprehensive who's the GOAT list. So I have Growing Pains Maggie Seaver, as played by Joanna Kearns, as my number 1 TV mom. Jesse,
solid
do you
list.
have 5
Solid
different
list
ones too?
I made a list too. I based it a lot. Like, I didn't watch the same shows you guys watched.
Right, so I'm hoping.
That's the
Could
beauty
we
of
have
this.
15 different moms?
One is exactly the same as what's on your list, and my other 4 are very different. I can tell you, because I don't know what's our criteria for being a great TV mom. Because I like characters that are compelling and that take over when they're on screen.
Attractive.
Like the show, gets upped. Like they're big time show impact. They're stealing the screen, one could say. So my list includes a couple of controversial ones. Tausch is familiar with the show Ozark. I'm going with the mom, Wendy Bird from Ozark, at number 5. She's a terrible character in the show. I can't stand her.
How is she a good mom?
She takes over the screen. She's an incredible, compelling
That's
character.
not what
She's
this is. It's
strong.
Who would you want
moves
mothering your kids?
She moves with Marty and the kids
You
to
don't
the
want
Ozarks
Wendy
to
Bride
keep
anywhere
everyone
near
alive.
your kids.
Yeah, handling all the bad
you got a
people in the
grandma
show.
on there?
Yeah, Mike Ross's
That's not
grandma
even a mom.
from Suits is number 4.
She's somebody else's mom. She's not even a mom on the show. She's a grandma.
The show Suits is fantastic, and
I've
Mike
heard,
Ross's
yeah.
grandma is pretty great.
You just got a thing for what's her face.
Lorelai
The queen,
Gilmore.
the wannabe queen.
Rory stinks, so Lorelai puts up with a lot in Gilmore Girls.
Who's Rory?
The daughter. She's
Okay.
terrible. Lorelai Gilmore makes the show. Lorelai's number 3, same as Jason. Marge Simpson, number 2. Marge.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing cartoon
The
characters.
iconic tall blue hair. Oh, homie. I haven't watched The Simpsons in more than a decade, but
Okay.
Marge Simpson, fantastic. And then from my favorite TV show of all time, The Blacklist, Katerina Rostova, secret agent number
There is
one.
no one else on the planet who is doing a list of 5 best TV moms, putting Katarina Rostova from the blacklist at number 1.
I'll say this. If you know, you know. If you watched all 8 or 10 seasons of The Blacklist, you know Katarina Rostova belongs at number 1 on the list of best moms.
Your whole theory on not watching a TV show when you're walking, I missed some stuff on Homeland.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
By the way, Beck and I have been watching Homeland.
It's so good.
It's really good.
I'm only in season 1 yet, so
you got
so
ways to go,
listening
pal.
to a TV show doesn't work.
Well, you have
season
to.
2.
There's times it works, and then there's times you have to back it up to review what actually you saw on the screen.
Okay, but you're not. Are you still walking with the TV show?
Yes.
Are you making sure you're not looking down when you're crossing the street, stuff like that?
Correct.
Like, please be careful.
Safety
out there.
first. Safety
yes,
first.
thank you. Homeland is what this is called.
Yeah, it's
good show.
It's pretty dang good.
Just wait till season 2; it gets better.
All right.
But this isn't. This show's old, right?
Yeah, it started in I think 2011. There's
But
some
you two
actors
are
in it.
I don't know if there's
now.
any moms. There's a mom in there.
There is a mom in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could surge up into my
She had
power
some-
rankings
she
by
had
the time
some
we get to
stuff
season
going
8.
on when old boy was gone for
Yeah.
those 8 years.
Where did this originally air? Because it's on Netflix.
Showtime, I think it was, because there's some stuff you can get away with on Showtime that you couldn't get away with on regular TV in 2011 or now.
For those of you like me that are unfamiliar with this program, it stars Claire Danes, and the description: a bipolar CIA case officer conducts covert operations to protect her nation from terrorist acts. Tune in on Netflix. Okay. So we managed to have one overlapping mom across 15 selections. And it's
We
you
all
and
missed
I.
on Aunt Viv.
Yeah.
We all missed on Aunt
Again,
Viv.
Jennifer in Middleton in the YouTube comments pointing out that she would like to have either our own list of aunts or aunts be included in the rankings because she is a, quote, super aunt, not a mom.
Okay.
So she'd like to be included.
Yeah, Aunt Viv should
we
have
can
been
do
on the
aunts.
list. Like if I could, and I know we graphicized this already, so I can't. Aunt Viv would make my list.
What's done is done.
Yeah, what's done is done.
What's also done is that Associated Bank has done a great job of making your Brewers checking account even more valuable with all kinds of great perks. 20% off the Brewers team store when you show your Brewers card. Up to 50% off home game tickets for Brewers checking account customers. That express entry, you can tailgate longer. You can come into the park a little bit later because you're not going to have to stand in a line because you've got express entry at the Associated Bank entrance of AmFam Field. You get pre-sale access to concerts and other events, non-baseball events at American Family Field, and then you get to save both on the Brewers Baseball Academy registration and registering for the Brewers Community Foundation's 5K and 10K famous racing sausages, runs, and walks at AmFam Field. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. All right, we're going to play a game. We're apparently going to suck at it, and Tausch can't wait. That's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. There's nothing like a great summer road trip, and whether you're traveling around the state or around the country, it's the time of year to start thinking about your plans to hit the road for a new adventure in the coming months. And with all the things to consider, what to do, how to get there, where you'll stay, the absolute last thing you want to worry about for a summer road trip is car trouble. Make sure your vehicle is ready to take on every potential challenge thanks to the fantastic service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie. Get a tune-up, check the battery, check your tires, change the oil, and make sure all the inner workings of your vehicle are in tip-top shape so you can focus on fun and not finding maintenance help during your summer road trip this year. Call Zimbrick Chevrolet to schedule an appointment with their incredible service team or check out their services and schedule an appointment online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I feel like as Wisconsin fans, we know of one donor, and that is Ted Kellner for the University of Wisconsin. The fact that we talk about him and nobody else's donors is part of the problem.
Part of it is that other schools have major donors. They have more than one.
Yes, that's the thing.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Every minute of every day, another person loses their life to cancer. That's why Stand Up to Cancer has set a bold goal to make early stage detection an essential part of standard of care for all cancers. So join the mission and help save lives today at standuptocancer.org.
Huge cash prizes are being stacked for summer at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. On Friday, May 15th, 30 winners will each take home $1,000 while one winner receives a $10,000 grand prize. Then on Friday, May 29th, 24 more winners will each get $1,000 plus one grand prize winner pockets $25,000. And in June, we crank up the heat with a $100,000 grand prize. Stack up the wins all month long at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Ben Brust here for the Princeton Club. If you're looking for your better tomorrow, you know where to go. It's the Princeton Club. If you're looking to grow, it's also the Princeton Club, because they will cheer for you in all areas of your life. The best way to do that is to start a foundation of having a healthy body, and your growth will start from there. With the cleanest health clubs in Wisconsin, they provide everything for you to reach your goals. Start your better tomorrow today and grow in all areas of your life at the Princeton Club. Join for a better tomorrow.
While others have a wait list, we've got watches.
At Chalmers Jewelers, we've got pre-owned luxury watches. Rolex, Omega, Tudor, AP, Panerai, and more. All in stock now.
And no wait list.
Walk in today and leave with the watch you have been dreaming of. Because your wrist deserves it.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Like the 1990s Chicago Bulls would say in their huddle, since I have no idea what I'm walking into here, all I'll say is this. What time is it? Game time! Woo! Tausch, I turn it over to you.
All right, fellas. So we were discussing, Max and I yesterday, a little bit about different sports, and we got into a fun little conversation, and it made me ponder. We do this for a living. How many coaches in the NBA?
Oh, no.
He couldn't name the defending world champion coach. And I could name him, but it was a funky name. So I thought, you know what? You boys are always throwing questions at me, and it's always fun. I always enjoy it. I want to see. I set his number at 9 current coaches. He failed. Then we set NFL at 20, and he blew through it. So it just was an interesting dynamic. So we're going to do this every once in a while. This isn't going to be a regular bit, but there'll be times that I'll have a conversation, and I'll think, I'm going to test the boys. You two, in this case, are the boys. So Over-undy is what we used to call it. Thank you, Jesse, for not helping me at all, even though it's been 7 or 8 years since we did it.
That's not the game show we modeled it after. I still can't remember what that was.
No, it was a name that tune. We'd name how many coaches you could say. What I'm going to do is just say simply, because we're not doing that with Jason because he doesn't play. He just sits on the sideline. So we're forcing him to play. Name that coach. Combined, you guys are going to alternate.
Okay.
I think you guys can get to 10.
Okay.
Do we think that now they have to be current coaches?
Okay.
Do you think you guys can get to 10? Or do you think you can go higher?
I think we can get
No
I
computer,
think we can get to
Jesse.
10.
Don't be looking. I see you.
I'm adding music for your game. Calm down.
Don't get mad at me. All right, Jason, you're going to start. We will alternate. The over-under is going to be 10.5.
Okay.
Can you boys get there?
I think I can.
Gel? Oh, you think you can solo?
No, I think I can.
Oh, between the two of us, I think we can get over 10.5.
So is that too low? Because I don't know.
No, I think
in fairness to Max, he didn't have a duo working together. If
He
you
did
had given
not,
him
and
somebody
he
else to
didn't have-
work with.
Okay, so Jason, go ahead and start it
All
up.
right, Mark Daigneault. That's the coach of the Thunder.
Is that how you pronounce his name?
I hope so.
I will give that to you. It seems more French to me, but we'll give that to you, okay?
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
J.J. Redick.
Yes, that was one that one Max got. Yep.
Okay. Mike Brown, the coach of the Knicks.
Nailed it. Oh, you guys are going to flow through this.
Do I get to say Taylor Jenkins, the
Sure.
coach of the
Yeah, he's
Milwaukee
the current
Bucks?
head coach, yes.
All right.
The coach of my team that I'm rooting for in the NBA playoffs, the Minnesota Timberwolves, Chris Finch.
Correct. Yeah, you guys are going to blow through this.
No, I'm starting to struggle now. Eric Spoelstra of the Miami
Nice.
Heat.
Yeah!
Nice.
Rick Carlisle of the Indiana Pacers. Is he still the coach there?
He is. That's a sleepy one. So what is that, 7? We're at 7.
We're up to 7. I watched the Spurs Timberwolves game last night, and they mentioned the Spurs coach's name several times, but I think it's last name Johnson.
Last name Johnson.
I will give it to you. His last name is Johnson.
Can I guess the first name knowing
It's not Avery.
Is it Chris Johnson?
Okay, we have to pull that back off.
No!
You're stuck at 7.
No!
It's like when I give you a putt, you have to take
I
it.
said
you
it
don't
was
go-
last name Johnson.
I gave it to you, and then you kept going. So no, if you do that on Jeopardy, you get it. You went. You tried to be arrogant.
That's why I made sure you said you gave it to me.
No, I
Yeah,
just
it's
pulled
true.
it back. I pulled it back. You're at 7. All right, Jason.
Well, Steve Kerr re-upped with the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it's dicey. I don't
No,
think it's been
no, he
official.
took it
I know
over
he
the
did.
weekend, he good.
I know he
Yep.
did. I don't know if it's official. We're gonna give it to you.
Well, he's the current coach and apparently the soon-to-be once again coach.
Sounds like ESPN made a big offer to him, and he was kind of weighing his options. All right, we're at
Okay.
8. 2 to go. 2. You need 3 to win. Jesse, once you're wrong, we should pull it from you, but I'm not going to because I want you guys to get 11.
Well, I don't think the Chicago Bulls have named a new coach since Billy Donovan has been rumored to be getting
Billy
other
Donovan
jobs.
does not count. He is not the coach.
All right, I have at least 2 in my hip pocket, so
have
get me one.
If you're not going to give me Billy Donovan, I have one other one I can
Go
give
for
you.
it.
Joe Mazzulla
Yes!
of the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure of this, even though they traded away their best player for a bag of peanuts. Isn't Jason Kidd still the coach of the Dallas Mavericks?
That is correct. You're at 10. Jesse, to win.
I have one, Jesse, when you fail to come up with one.
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
The guy who used to be the head coach of the Celtics, he's now the head coach of the Houston Rockets.
You're right, but you don't know his name.
And I cannot.
It's a fun name.
It is. And I, off the top of my head right now, cannot remember.
Max got this one.
What
This was
his
one
name
of his
is.
8.
He's a good coach.
Yeah, he does a nice
He had
job.
a couple issues in Boston.
He did.
And took a couple of years off.
That's a weird story, and we don't know anything about those issues.
Very weird. Yeah.
We can't get enough of Vrabel. Like, we've heard every blanking thing about
That's
Vrabel, but we don't know
that's
anything
a great
about
point.
this guy.
Nick Nurse of the Philadelphia 76ers.
That's not the
You're
You were
11.
trying to get
Well
a Duco.
done.
A Mecca. Udoka.
Udoka.
There you go.
Udoka.
That's impressive. You guys got more than I thought.
Oh, I still got some left.
See, that was good. You guys are smarter than a freshman.
JB Bickerstaff was the one that I still had in my pocket.
Oh, yeah. Good coaches here. Pistons.
So we outperformed.
Yeah, you guys did good.
We're like the Brewers. Low expectations.
You guys
we won the
good.
World Series.
Well done, boys.
How many did you know them all, or did you have to?
No, I would have struggled.
You're an NBA guy, though.
Yeah, but I'm a big picture NBA guy, not a micro guy. I would have gotten. I think I maybe would have gotten to 14 or 15. I'd probably gotten half.
Who's the Cavaliers coach that the Bucks should have
Kenny
hired?
Atkinson.
Yeah,
I had him. Yep.
And there's some other names here, like the Brooklyn Nets. I bet nobody knows that. I don't think Brooklyn Nets fans know that.
I don't think I can tell you.
Jordy Fernandez?
I couldn't tell you a player on the Brooklyn
Quinn
Nets.
Snyder is the Hawks. I would have that one.
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
Who's
Charles
the guy?
Lee with the Hornets?
All right.
Oh, wow.
So
I played
don't
he
know who
played wideout. He was part of my draft class.
Right.
In
I don't know who he
2000.
coaches, but I knew Charles Lee from your draft class, and because in Hamilton, he promotes Charles Lee, and then he blanks the bed.
If you can name the Toronto Raptors head coach,
no idea.
Darko Rajakovic, or the Wizards, Brian Keefe.
I don't know who that is.
Like, what are we?
What?
Yeah, there's some names here that you could give me. The Grizzlies. Tell me the Grizzlies coach.
Well, it used to be Taylor
Tuomas
Jenkins until they fired him.
Lisaulo.
Yeah.
Phoenix Suns. Jordan Ott, not to be confirmed with Gary Ott, who was a great lefty for the Auburn Hill Apaches back in
Paul
the 80s.
Ott Caruth.
And then Utah's got Will Hardy. Like there's 10 or 12 names that I've never heard of in my life that are coaching in the NBA. You guys got it. We should have went a little higher. You guys are sports radio experts, 10 years in the business.
So what was Johnson's first name?
Mitch Johnson.
Oh, Mitch Johnson.
Son of a Mitch.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
I thought you guys would like that.
Yeah. I'm glad that we outkicked our coverage on that, though, with your low expectations for us.
Please do not do NHL coaches.
No, I'm not going to waste everybody's time.
I got one.
Quinville.
Yeah, that's the one I had. Watched the Ducks last night. Nice win.
Okay.
Didn't somebody fire
There's
their...
got to be a Hull coaching somebody.
Which team fired their coach and then they went on a winning streak with the guy that anyway.
Cheese Tortellini.
Look, you don't. We somehow beat the odds, but you don't have to go to. You don't have to go to Potawatomi Casino Hotel to beat the odds. You can just go to do all the other fun stuff that's there as well. You don't have to board a plane or hop on a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped. Your next getaway is waiting at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the hotel stay. More than nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And not only can you get room service, but you're also steps away from everything happening inside. If you don't want to get room service, you want to go down to the different restaurants, there's so many of them to choose from. Dream Dance Steakhouse, Rockin' Brews, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, and, of course, the Marketplace. And if you're planning a wedding, a birthday, or an anniversary, their event spaces are built to make it unforgettable. Elite play, luxury stay, bet on flavor at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Whoa, Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Legacy? Yingling, 197 years family owned. That's elite. But legends evolve. Meet Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and it actually tastes like beer. Crisp, clean, goes the distance. No regret in a can here. Your beer should keep up with you. Flight's putting up MVP numbers in the light beer game. The other guys on the bench. Wisconsin, level up. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold the lie with sportswear too. You pay a fortune for big name gear, a fancy logo, and a slogan, and it still stinks. Then I found Iron Jock, and now it's all I wear. It's built on science. Their silver ion technology is woven right into the fabric. It kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria, and it never washes out, ever. Get yours today at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Wisconsin weather doesn't ease into spring. It keeps you guessing. That's why your windows and doors need to handle everything. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, we build for year-round comfort. Get the look you want for the home you love with 0% financing options available. So you can upgrade now and pay over time. Plus, enjoy a free in-home consultation, expert installation, and a 10-year limited warranty. Schedule today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2026.
This is our crew.
And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Would you like fries with that?
Every pitch, every strike, every hit.
To high drive, deep right, fair, and gone.
Hear the call of every Milwaukee Brewers game this season on 100.5 ESPN.
Jumped up, Jackson Chario brought it back. Ho, ho, ho.
You're listening to Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
With me is Jeff Henson, owner of Englehart Motorsports. Jeff, you felt your previous business technology vendor had become complacent and their costs were increasing. So you contacted James Imaging Systems.
We found that moving forward with James Imaging was going to be a step in the right direction to help reduce cost.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation to help businesses do business better and save some money.
Up front, what James Imaging was able to show us as far as annual savings was substantial.
Plus, there's James Service and Support.
The quality of the service, that they live up to what they've promised, which they've clearly delivered on that.
Jeff, with business technology supported by people who keep their promises, how do you feel?
Extremely happy.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 608-221-3457 or visit jamesimaging.com.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offer the Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Well, so much for Wonelli. Instead, breaking news from the National Basketball Association and Shams Charania of ESPN.
Oh, baby, now this is some breaking news.
The Milwaukee Bucks are open for business on trade calls and offers for two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo, entering the NBA Draft Combine and over 6 weeks away from the draft, league and team sources told ESPN. There is expected to be a robust market for Antetokounmpo, and ownership and front office officials expect to maintain their trade deadline asking price for a young blue chip talent and/or a surplus of draft picks, sources said. Tausch, no blank.
Not shocked, and I think all of this conversation, Giannis last week, kind of past tensing things. I don't think anybody's shocked. This is kind of how things have unfolded, and I think from the Bucs standpoint, it's great to have Giannis. He's been, as we've said it numerous times, doesn't need to even be said, but it does. He's given everything to this city. He's brought us a championship, and if this is the road he wants to go down, I have no hard feelings. I think kudos. Work it out and get the haul. Now, if he starts dictating where you can send him, that's when things will get interesting. Because if I'm the Bucs, I'm not doing that. But if I'm another team, I'm not giving anything up if I don't have him for the next 4 or 5 years, which is signing this Supermax. So signing Giannis to a Supermax and then trying to find a way to get the team to be – we just saw that this year. We were all, they're doing everything. They flexed out Dame and they brought in old boy and all this, and it just was a disaster. So I'm good with moving along. I think this is the right move, and now's the hard part. Finding the right team that's going to give you the right assets back that you can reset, because you're never going to find another Giannis. That is not happening. It's a matter of, can you find enough young talent that you can start building on something? And I think our fan base would be completely fine if that is indeed the case, and I'm sure it will be.
The Washington Wizards won the lottery. They have the number 1 overall pick. Jimmy
we're
Haslam.
Not taking Anthony Davis for him. We're not going to Doncic it. We're not interested in a Doncic trade.
Jimmy Haslam has said publicly and privately, per Shams, that the Bucs will work with Antetokounmpo in the coming weeks on an outcome that is best for both sides.
I'm more interested in it being good on our side.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
The Jimmy Haslam part of this is, I think, concerning. I mean, seems like he is stepping up. And how's that work down in Cleveland now?
As you mentioned,
I think Myles Garrett to the Packers as part of this trade is something that we should at least entertain.
Outside the box. Love it.
Let's entertain it. Could you imagine Myles and Micah? We would give up Lucas Van Ness for that, right?
And Giannis.
Giannis and Lucas Van Ness for Myles Garrett. And, I mean, they're talking about the Cavaliers are one of the teams that they're saying that was the rumor last week. I don't even know who the dude is that they're the bigger guy. I don't even know who it is that they were thinking about bringing.
But you know their coach is Kenny Atkinson.
We'll give up the Greek Freak and Hercules for Myles Garrett.
What a
Jesse,
world that somehow plays out that way.
It's not going to play out that way.
I think there's
no, it won't, but it could.
I think there's 3 teams, depending on how some things play out in the playoffs, that the Bucs can make a nice little road trip to call first and hang out with and see what they want to do. I'd start in San Antonio. I'd work up to Oklahoma City, and then I'd sprinkle Houston in there at some point. Maybe that directions don't make sense. San Antonio, Houston, Oklahoma City. Those are the
NBA.
Those are the 3 that have young, talented players who the Bucs with Taylor Jenkins could quickly turn things around, that are looking, well, Oklahoma City not so much, but they're going to be in a situation where they have to pay everybody pretty soon. Houston can't get over the hump. That's the one that's really interesting. And San Antonio, depending on how it plays out with Wemby, you're not obviously going to get Wemby, but if you can get some of those other talented players around him, if they think pairing those 2 works.
So do we trust Jesse's insights over Shams?
No.
I don't.
No.
Did he give us a list?
Because Shams has a list in the story.
Oh, let's great. Who's on Shams' list?
And none of the teams that Jesse just said are mentioned in his story.
Okay.
Well,
who's in Shams' list? We'll compare the list, just like we did with Moms.
I'd be interested in a poll. Do you trust me or Shams more from our fans? That's a real interesting decision people would have to make.
Multiple teams expected to pursue Antetokounmpo this offseason, such as the Golden State Warriors with the 11th pick and the Miami Heat with the 13th pick, received their lottery picks to solidify potential offers. The NBA playoffs represent another landmark point for the Antetokounmpo sweepstakes. Sources said postseason teams such as the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tausch, you said that, the Boston Celtics, the Knicks, and the Los Angeles Lakers.
I don't want Austin Reeves for Giannis. And I don't want, I'm trying to think who the Timberwolf is that they were talking about giving up. This can be a tough pill to swallow when this happens. Like, we can all sit here and say it. It's like when Ted Thompson said, all that's is great till you have to put pen to paper on something and get rid of, not even arguably, the greatest Milwaukee Buck ever. And he still has some, I don't know if he's got elevator years left, but he's still got some really good basketball ahead of him if he can stay healthy. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow.
Indeed it is. So there you go. That is the breaking news from the NBA. How do you think this gets done before the draft?
Yes. Yep.
That's what Jimmy said.
What did Shams say?
Well, it's again further down in the story. He says, and he's quoting, rival executives believe that Antetokounmpo's desired teams will have the largest factor in his trade destination. The conversation will be simple. Where does Giannis want to be moved, and where will he sign long term? So maybe it's not going to be as uncomplicated as we think. I'm curious to see how that plays out. We will wrap things up next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
We're on the Packers.
This team is going to be better than what they were last year.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
You may have Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, and Tucker Kraft all together for the first time since 2024.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. And when you look around right now, everything seems to be extra expensive in the world. Except this. Right now, get a large 3-topping pizza for just $10 at Pizza Hut. Try it on Pizza Hut's new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden outside, soft and fluffy inside, finished with garlic parm seasoning. Available for delivery or carryout. Order today at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut. Feed good times. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Available in the Apple and Android app stores. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today.
New Badgers offensive line coach Eric Mateos preaches a passion for physicality amongst his unit. Safe to say former Badgers offensive lineman Rob Havenstein is a fan of the mantra.
It's a great quote. Physicality is in the nature of offensive line. Having a coach that's putting that in the forefront, I think it's just going to go great for, all those guys out there. And then you can honestly start having a lot of fun as an offensive line, getting guys on the ground, come back and give your right guard a fist bump because you just killed that guy. That's the fun of offensive line.
Wisconsin weather is unpredictable. Your windows shouldn't be. Upgrade with Pella and get 0% interest until 2030. Order by April 30th at PellaWI.com.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at everlightroofing.com. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a legendary group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 5th through the 7th with an exciting team competition at TPC Wisconsin in Madison. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Little Big Town with special guests Randy Houser and May Estes. Friday, June 5th at Brice Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Molly Brown here for Metro Kia of Madison. Metro Kia is Madison's trusted Kia dealership, and they are home to the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Looking to purchase, finance, or service your vehicle? Metro Kia of Madison is the place to go. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned Kia, you can browse their extensive inventory and find this month's specials at metrokiaofmadison.com. That's metrokiaofmadison.com. Find your new vehicle at your trusted Kia dealership on the east side of Madison today.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'm gonna put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that? I'm gonna give you a ticket. Bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh my God. Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
This is our crew.
Got him swinging. Threw him a curveball. It's 11 Ks for Mizorowski. 6 scoreless innings against the Yankees.
Madison's home of the Brewers. 100.5 ESPN.
Tausch, will you root for Giannis wherever he's playing next?
Sure.
Jesse?
Yes.
Yeah, I think everyone will.
Unless it's the Pacers.
That may change things. All right, we will talk more about this developing story tomorrow, and we'll have coverage throughout the day across ESPN Wisconsin. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust